Recording in progress.
Recording in
Cheetah
progress.
Prox.
Recording in progress.
Desmond, you can't just say that.
What? I'm not saying anything.
Oh, God.
Where the fuck are my notes?
Imagine having notes couldn't be me.
Imagine having notes couldn't be me. I'm the DM. This is a joke, by the way.
Sam, recording in my progress? It's more likely than you think.
Anyway.
Oh,
Have fun transcribing this.
Yeah, fun. Enjoy.
If anyone says something out of pocket, then I'm gonna...
You're gonna what, Tommy? You're gonna what?
I'm going to turn into a ladybug and fly into the willing mouth of a Venus flytrap. How about that, Sonny?
Not a moth? Damn, that's crazy.
Challenger on my mission till I explosion.
Loud, incorrect buzzer.
She emerged on my echoes till I have an autistic meltdown.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited to see Sunny smacks camera in response on the transfer.
Shout out to my currently my personal favorite part of the session 4 transcript. Desmond dabs again for some fucking reason.
That's humiliating.
I still don't know why they did it, but I mean, I know you were. I know, Desmond. I know you were alive in 2018. Can't say that about everyone in this chat. Sorry, Kylie, but
I was the only one. Bro, make me sound like a geriatric. You make that sound like it's a geriatric trait. It's like, and we're all young. Come on now.
Yeah, we're all Desmond. We're all young. Unlike you, you're old.
I think we need to keep pushing back whenever how old Kylie is.
You're so old. I'm so.
You're old. I'm glad Kylie knows what I'm referencing. Anyway.
Can't wait for us to be the revolutionary first D&D game, to have an embryo as one of our party members. Sorry, Kylie.
Guys, fuck you, I'm 20 now. Fuck you.
Oh, God. With all that out of the way, Aidan, are you ready to play some D&D? Ash, you ready?
Yes.
Desmond, are you ready?
Yeah.
Is Ariana Grande, yeah?
I don't think that's what that was, but it was.
It was certainly something.
Yeah, good one. Yeah.
Yeah, Kashan. I'm ready.
Kylie, are you ready?
Say yes, will we all shut the fuck up and stop doing this bit, please?
Kill that!
I was in the imagery fandom for like 4 years. Please don't do this to me again.
I'm taking you back. Laura, are you ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Laura's like, what the fuck are they talking about? Sonny, are you ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Anyway, last week we left off.
Guys, we're going into combat. Be nice to Tommy.
So true.
I will be as mean as I want to be.
That's okay.
No.
That's okay, Desmond. We're seeing each other in like maybe like 2.5 months. I can kill you then.
Playing the long game.
Last where we left off, in the forests of Talus. The first day of this year's Titan's Coven apprenticeship program commenced in spectacular fashion at the very entrance of Kurios Woods, a sweltering labyrinth with which our eclectic explorers have come to familiarize themselves in a sense. Divided into 4 exploration teams, the apprentices were assigned their first mission as members of the guild: to travel to the furthest reaches of the forest's outermost region and pluck delicate leaves of a glistening gold from a sprawling evergold, let's call it, hidden away by the twists and tangles of the trees around them. Thus, the aspiring adventurers took to the path ahead, carefully navigating the maze-like mystery dungeon and sidestepping natural hazards, all while shielding themselves from an overwhelmingly intoxicating aroma, seemingly emanating from their destination. Sure enough, upon 2 of the team's discovery of their destination, they quickly found themselves ambushed by an eccentric insectoid outlander, seemingly a guardian of the Glimmering Oak with a gluttony for all that glitters. A guardian regarding them as no more than conniving thieves of a treasure most cherished. Now, Our explorers of tomorrow face the descent of a Venomoth with an unnerving wingspan and a pair of eyes fixed on the brightest lights before it, mere seconds away from the start of a decisive battle for ownership over the shining leaves tucked into their pockets. I did that all with like mucus in my throat. I'm so brave, guys.
You are so brave.
Okay.
Arceus' strongest soldier.
I like go to salute and I open my mouth and it's just Arceus' cry. I'm not going to try and replicate it. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Aldo, Guinevere, Lowen,
Hi.
Icarus, Draven, Kirly. Nestled at the very edge of the mystery dungeon that is Kurios Woods, you, as I mentioned before, find yourselves mere moments away from the start of a decisive confrontation with the massive Venomoth flying down before you, with one final, almost guttural cry, "Fight!" Its beady, black, buggy eyes fixated upon all six of you, or rather, maybe not the entirety of the party, but rather one particular member. Its descent is quick and frightening, and you find yourselves only having but a moment to react as this insect begins to dive down upon you. We're going to be doing a little something that I've been doing with a couple of my other games more recently. We're going to call this I believe, what we've been referring to it as the analysis turn. So talk amongst yourselves for just a second as I choose appropriate music for this.
I am going to die.
I'm fully
Analysis
just expecting
complete.
the Ace Attorney do 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 do. So, like fucking the cross
And where could he
examination
have put
music.
the murder weapon? Of course,
Honestly-
he was a Venomoth.
Do, 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 do,
Do you think if I cast darkness on this moth, he will have a mental breakdown?
Probably.
Let's turn it on. Why not?
Do you think
It's a little quiet.
if we just cast a fire spell deeper into the woods, he'll just follow it?
Well,
Oh yeah,
We
cause
get to
a
leave.
forest fire. I'm sure that's the answer to this puzzle. Carl.
Surely I have a spell. If there's
He
anything
didn't
we've
follow
learned.
Smokey the Bear's fire safety rating today.
We learned last combat that Kirly, a naturalist, is pro forest fire, so I'm sure there's something.
I'm not pro forest fire. I'm pro Kirly not dying.
Curly
That's
not
so
dying
fair.
to evil trees.
So,
Evil.
allow me to explain for just a
They're
moment
nice.
how the... Allow me to explain for a moment just how the analysis action works. Basically, the analysis action is an opportunity for everyone to engage with their surroundings and get a sense for the environment around them, and B, kind of anything that they can glance upon their adversaries. In this case, the Venomoth, who I'm going to be referring to as the Glowkeeper for the remainder of this session. Fun fact. Basically, I am going to give everyone a free skill check. This skill check is meant to normally be either investigation, perception, or insight, one of the three. However, I will let people argue in favor of other skill checks should they see it necessary to do so. You can ask questions about anything, really. Your surroundings, the demeanor of your adversary before you, anything that can be, taken advantage of with your environment. You can also choose to pass, if you do choose to pass, you can still spend your analysis action later, but it's going to cost a bonus action if you decide to skip it for now. So we're going to have this be like a 10-minute period or so. We're going to keep it as concise as possible. But in the meantime, I open the floor to all of you guys. I'm also going to say everyone gets one opportunity to do an analysis action of sorts. So once you've taken your turn, once you've done the roll, that's all you can do. We're treating this as sort of like, okay, you have a few seconds where you have to launch into combat. What can you glean about your surroundings before you determine your first move? So, last thing I'm going to say is that right after that, the first player character who is going to move at the top of initiative is going to be Icarus. So keep that in mind, Sonny. You are the first of the party. So, with that out of the way, I turn the floor over to you. Desmond, let's start with you.
I think Lowen, in seeing like a single target, big threat, wants to understand more about this adversary and anything that I could use against it. Could I make an insight check against it?
Sure, totally. I'm going to say if you can beat a 20, I can tell you about its specific, like, resistances, vulnerabilities, etc.
All right, sure. Got a 16 plus 6, 22.
Amazing. Okay, right off the bat. So we have, I'm going to say this now. On a 22, I'm going to tell you it has a resistance and a few condition immunities. I'm not going to share the exact condition immunities, however. I will also say this. Talking is a free action technically by D&D rules. The rules around, like, speaking during combat are really, like, undefined. So, like, technically you can talk as much as you like, I think, based on, like, the exact ruling. So I'm going to rule that, like, you can take the time to inform the other party members of these exact, you know, circumstances. I'm going to DM them to you for now, though. So I'm going to leave that for you to share in character once your turn comes. Is that fair?
That sounds good. Perfect.
Okay, I'm going to DM it to you real quick. I'm going to say it is a single resistance that you are going to find out about and nothing more. So let me just type that out real quick. Yeah, in case you were wondering, no, I'm not going to be strictly abiding by all vulnerabilities and specifically vulnerabilities by Pokemon type standards, because if I did, you guys will be blowing through every single combat. So, do with that information what you will. Aidan, talk to me. You had your hand raised.
Yeah. Can Aldo gauge any natural weapons or anything that Aldo thinks it would use in an attack?
Sure, I'm gonna say that's probably perception.
Can I rephrase the question?
Go ahead.
Can Aldo notice it's like biology and like go, okay, this sort of carapace means that it's probably going to be more melee attacker, or this sort of like its face structure probably means that it has some sort of axis spinner.
Are you arguing in favor of a nature check?
Investigation.
I see your logic. I usually reserve investigation for stuff that's a little more up close, though.
I could do a nature check. Nature check.
I was going to say nature is intelligence, so I'm willing to turn it into a nature check if you'd like, for you to maybe understand the base, understand the basic anatomy of a Venomoth. Determine if you've seen one before and you know how they work.
Right. 11.
Okay, so this, on 11, I think this is not your first time encountering a Venomoth, probably your first time encountering it in this kind of setting. You do know that Venomoths, aside from, you can kind of reason at this point, is the source of the overwhelming spores that you have been apparently privy to over these last few hours. You haven't really been getting affected by them a whole lot. But aside from, as far as natural weapons go, they've got fangs. You know that as a poison type, those fangs might have a little bit of poisonous punch behind them. But that's all you really know off the top of your head, I'm going to say.
Got it.
Before I get to you, Sunny, the other three I'd like to ask you guys, are you going to be abstaining from the analysis turn?
I'd actually like to do an analysis.
Okay, we're going to do Sunny first. I'm just confirming if people are going to, if people have decided on whether or not they're actually going to do one.
I have an idea, so I'll go as well.
Great. Laura?
I'm still confused about the whole thing.
I'll get to everyone else first, and then we can get back to you. Is that fair?
Yep.
Lovely. Sunny, talk to me. What do you find? What do you want to? Oh, sorry. Can I confirm one more thing, by the way? If one person fails a certain check or doesn't gleam enough, another person can do the same check. I didn't notice that arrow. That's really funny. Yay! Throw back to when I was in Call Me rehearsals, and there was fresh fruit drawn on the blackboard from a previous class, and I drew an arrow pointing to the right, and I stood next to it and just waited. Good bit. Yeah, so yeah, if someone, say that Desmond failed that check and didn't glean anything, other people can repeat the check for themselves and do the same thing. Other people can also attempt the same check to see if they can learn that exact information for themselves as well. So just to keep in mind, if people are struggling to think of things to do that haven't been done already, you can also take a shot at something that someone else has attempted. Sorry. Thank you, Icarus.
Okay. I would like to get a sense for any magic, enchantments, charms that are happening in this area. Is this Venomoth okay? Is he enchanted? Is this tree okay? Is this tree enchanted?
Give me an Arcana check. We're going to call it a baseline of 10 for you to discover literally anything.
So true. That is a 21.
Ooh! Okay, so I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. It's hard to call it magic, but there is something different about this particular room of the Mystery Dungeon. You're familiar with the idea that Mystery Dungeons kind of mess around with space and mess around with conditions and the very, quality of the space that these Pokemon occupy. And also they sometimes mess with the inhabitants, especially those who are in there longer. You don't think that the Venomoth itself is inherently magical, but you do think that it is kind of this is going to be a very casual description, it is very much giving boss room, right? There's something about this particular pocket of the Mystery Dungeon where the concentration of the sort of distortion of time and space is much stronger. And as a result, it's having an effect on, say, the abilities of the Pokemon that inhabit the space, or the sort of feel in the air. Aside from the presence, or apparent, as Icarus is the other person who has not really been affected by them, the supposed presence of these powerful spores, you can't really say that there's any particular spells being cast around here that can be discerned, but the Mystery Dungeon has certainly had its effect on not only the arena, but the Pokemon that happens to call the arena home. In short, yeah, that Venomoth shouldn't be that big, normally. So, Ash, let's move on to you.
Okay, so, correct me if I'm wrong, this Venomoth is currently beelining it towards me.
Yes, I don't recall if Gwen was one of the people who clocked that it was specifically her.
Oh.
Okay.
Because I remember Kirly clocked it, I think. Because, Kirly and Lowen did, because Laura, you rolled a nat 20 on this, I remember. This was the nat 20 you got.
The only one ever.
The only one so far.
Kirly, can you tell Gwen that it's coming towards her so that I can do what I was gonna do?
You're gonna have to wait until it's Kirly's turn, and Kirly didn't roll very high on initiative. So I
also noticed it?
Kirly's very sorry.
Lowen also noticed it, so...
Okay, I was gonna say my investigation, my analysis term was gonna be to figure out why it's specifically beelining towards me.
Well, Gwen doesn't know that, so if you want to make the roll to determine whether or not Gwen can, clock that specifically...
Yeah, would this be my specific...
It could be if you want.
Okay. If I roll high enough, would I be able to also figure out the why?
We're gonna call it a DC 17 insight check. Because that's a very quick jump to make, I reckon, with such little time to react.
That is a 18.
Ooh, nice. So yeah, there is this split second where you hear the Venomoth's mutterings of light, and you think to a minute, light, it's flying towards us, and then you think about the bursting ember shooting out the back of your head, your ponytail.
Right, I'm made of fire.
And we've agreed that is real fire, or something resembling it, right? Good to know.
Yes, no, that generates light and heat.
Yeah, so you're thinking, oh, it's looking for the light. We can give it back the leaves. Oh.
Oh, no.
So do it.
I just look over to the party my bad.
Hey, chat, am I cooked?
Guys, I'm gonna be real. I'm about to die by a giant moth, aren't I?
Draven, let's move on to you.
Okay, I don't know if this is an analysis question, but I feel like you can probably just gauge this from looking at the thing. How big is it compared to the group?
I
That's
think
not a
it's
question. I'm just wondering.
So the reason why it's this big on the map is because this Venomoth is kind of ever so slightly giving alpha from the Legends Arceus standpoint. I mean, but yeah, this thing is twice your size, Draven. So good luck, Charlie.
Okay, so I can't grapple it. Good to know. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. One of my ideas was going to be, is there anybody else in the surrounding area? But I feel like since you said it's giving boss room, it's kind of just us and this thing. Maybe? I don't know. Should I ask that?
You can to ask if you can discern whether or not it's like that, to discern whether or not the single Venomoth is alone, you mean?
Yeah.
Sure. That's going to be.
I mean, I have another idea as well, but I feel like this might be better.
Cool. If you want to go for it, that's going to be a perception check.
All right. That was so low. I rolled a 3. We're not getting anywhere.
That's your thought process. So
yeah, it's really fucking bright in here. The eyes have not adjusted yet.
poor nocturnal Draven. Poor cavern raised Draven. Yeah. Kirly, that leaves it up to you. Got any ideas?
Okay. Can I ask if it's anything I've encountered before in my home?
Interesting question. Yeah, give me that's going to be a history check then.
Okay. Great fears. 15.
Okay. Did you salt your dice between sessions?
It was nice to me once, so.
Fair. It really is just like the abusive X effect of like, he'll change.
I have others, but I love this.
God. Anyway, so on a 15, it's kind of hard to say, especially because, like, I don't think this is the first time you've seen a Venomoth, but I don't think you've seen one that has groaned the word light over and over, nor have you seen one that is twice the size of Draven. So I'm going to say a decisive no, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So that wraps up the analysis section. Thank you guys so much. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to change the music real quick. BRB.
Guys,
the Ace Attorney soundtrack so
guys,
much. It's so
fire.
good.
I'm worried this thing's gonna eat me.
They don't eat fire. They just approach it.
So
and stare at it longingly.
But it's so much.
Yeah, but he's really big.
If a train approached you, you'd still die.
Crazy! That was crazy!
That was crazy.
Laura.
Everything dies, Gwen.
I'm right, though.
So true.
Everything gets run over by the train, Guinevere.
No light can glisten without it being snuffed out one way or another.
I'm too sober.
Nope. Do we like this for the... Is this a little too mellow for the boss theme?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I like it, but I understand why other people don't.
That is fair.
What a calm theme! We're gonna die!
Not a pan flute. Oh.
So this theme is versus Yveltal from one of the Mystery Dungeon games.
Hey, it honestly works.
Just cue to the Willem Dafoe gif, but it's fucking Guinevere looking up at the moth.
I've got an idea. Please hold.
Oh, it's a convenience.
Thoughts?
I'm jamming.
This
is the battle music from Pokepark 2. I can't believe I haven't thought about that particular game as far as soundtrack goes.
It's a little quiet.
Man, I wish Lupo was here.
With that out of the way, please hold for just one moment. A moment longer.
I can't think about this game without the time that we played at Tommy and we just made Tepig Muscle Man.
Oh no.
You know who else can break big rocks with fire insignias
Also-
on them?
Also, we can see the YouTube tab, just a heads up.
Oh, can you now? That's
Hello,
awkward.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Oops.
LOL.
Lemao.
Lol.
Okay.
Show us your
Hello.
notes,
Oh,
smile.
hello. Show us your notes.
So, okay.
It was the
this is-
secrets.
Can you still see the YouTube?
No.
No.
Great.
No.
Fantastic. That is all I can
Okay.
ask for in this humble moment. So, here we are on our first battle map of the campaign. Here's the whole thing. She's a little ugly. She's a little ugly. It's
realize
okay.
this was on. I didn't
She's
even
beautiful.
realize this was on sheets. That makes it like much more impressive to me.
Thank
it's
you.
so
I
fun.
am
Damn.
nothing. I
Wow.
am nothing if not a prodigy of the spreadsheet autism. So,
That's not what Excel is for.
Real as fuck.
God, yeah. Fun fact: I believe I used. There was a. Oh God, Aidan, you were there. It was for Snowpock. What did I use for the combat then? Because it was a different.
Docs.
Was it Google Docs? It wasn't. It definitely wasn't Google Docs.
Babe, I taught you that technique.
Did you?
Yes.
Babe, my memory is
Said it was
famously.
a Google.
Babe,
Sam said it was a Google drawing.
my memory is famously not good.
It was the COVID game. Remember, that's how I shared y'all the battle map for when LG had to get canceled.
I believe you. I believe you if you tell me. I off the top of my head.
Sam-
Sam said it was
Sam's-
a Google drawing, I think. So
Aiden is right.
He was there. Aiden is right. So says Sam McGuire.
Sam,
and
no.
you got outvoted.
I can't acknowledge that someone else other than me is right. Come on, it's for my image.
No.
Gotcha. Sorry.
We're
So-
about to do combat. We have to be nice to Tommy.
Yeah. So a couple of general house rules. One square is worth 5 feet of movement. Keep that in mind. I will be happy to move on your behalf as long as you are just specific as far as where you would like for your player character to move. All of the player units are like attached to their own cells, so when I move, it's kind of like like this. And I'll just basically fill in the space left before. But the Venomoth can be moved freely. So, with that in mind, we're gonna get. We're not gonna get started. Real quick, actually, I have one more one more housekeeping thing. Some of you guys took damage during the ensuing travel. So, can anyone who took, for the sake of my own personal notes, because I have a combat tracker off screen currently, anyone who who isn't at their full HP total, can you DM me real quick what your current HP total is? Bearing in mind that sharing exact HP totals we're not allowing for the sake of metagaming for this particular combat.
My sheet is weird. Could I ask like how much damage the other people in my group took, and then extrapolate my hit points from that?
Yeah. We don't have to count it for the time being. Then, if you're not sure, it's not the end of the world. Also, Laura, that's your hit point total? That's really low.
I am, nothing if not pathetic.
Yeah, no, sorry. Well, we could talk about that after session because I have the stats that I wrote down from last combat on this combat tracker, and your hit point total based on that is fully, like 12 points higher than what you just sent me. So
Been on my sheet the whole time.
I believe you. If so, I just have to make that adjustment, but it might have been miscommunicated. Jesus, I'm gonna sneeze next to Kirly. She's gonna die. Okay, bearing that in mind. So, with that out of the way, finally, let's get right into combat, shall we? So, I am terribly sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I did say that Icarus was the first as far as the party goes, because unfortunately, first off in the initiative order is indeed the Glowkeeper.
Oh, and we're all
no.
a little huddle. That's so convenient.
Oh no!
Oh god, guys, it's gonna use Venomoth's signature move, disintegration pollen.
Disintegrate. The Venomoth knows disintegrate. No, it's not going to do that.
Power word moth.
The
Explorers.
moth that makes you dust.
Makes you dust.
I'm sorry.
That is crazy. Yeah, that's very silly. Sorry, I have a couple of things I need to do real quick. So, explorers, you have only a few seconds to react before you find this moth-like Pokemon flapping its wings hysterically, soaring towards you. It is going to collide with the Pokemon specifically in the first row, that of this particular team. The first thing that is going to happen on this turn is that I am going to need Draven and Gwyn to both make Constitution saving throws. The DC for this is going to be 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Aldo, I think you know why you're not affected at this point.
All you guys.
23.
12.
Okay, so in that case, that means that Draven, you are going to pass as you feel the sort of sting around your nostrils that you've been feeling since you entered the mystery dungeon proper for the first time. That of the simmering, almost kind of feels like you're at the edge of a sneeze. That's sort of tingling at the edge of your nose, but you're able to hold your breath and catch yourself before you find yourselves inhaling any more spores than you need to. Gwyn, on the other hand, first of all, you are going to take only 1 point of poison damage.
Oh, thank God.
However, you are hit full force with this rush of pungent poisonous spores, full on in the face, as this gust flies by before you. Gwyn, you are now poisoned. You can make the just to remind you that you can make the saving throw to end your poisoning at the start of, I believe, no, at the, we're going to say at the start of each of your turns. So
Okay.
You're welcome to make this again when you move for the first time. But
Thank God I have the Lumbrew.
yeah, Gwyn, you feel immediately this almost like nausea-inducing poison starting to seep through you right off the bat as the Venomoth latches itself onto your body, its little claws striking into your shoulders. You see it tilts its head all the way to the right, light, and then jerks its head to the side, looking straight at Draven. It is going to make 2 attacks against Draven.
Using me as the weapon?
Not quite. It's only biting. So,
God.
Draven, the first one's going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
hit.
the second is going to be a 25.
Yeah, no, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
Jesus
those are-
Christ.
Whew, okay. I have a fair
Are
bit of
the,
mental math.
what kind of attacks are these though? Because it might be taking damage if it's
They are melee. They are melee attacks. So,
unarmed strikes, or are they just melee? Because
what do you guys count as a bite?
I would say that's just melee.
Yeah, I think it's
Piercing
melee.
damage,
I mean, it do
so-
be the body, but
Hey,
I
Kylie,
don't
we
know.
really need to talk about the logistics of rough skin
Yeah,
because
no.
it's ever so slightly overpowered. But we're going to call that, for the sake of fairness, we're going to call it fair for rough skin, and I'm going to beef up this thing's hit points by 20. So let me just make that change real quick. Joking.
Sorry.
No, I'm truly just
I don't
kidding.
see the equivalent of I have dark vision, but like I feel the need to bring it up.
Okay.
It's okay. I literally did the Eye of Dark Vision bit last session. Such is the way.
Okay. I have math that I need to do. Okay, Kylie. So that's going to be 14 piercing damage plus 12 poison damage, coming out to 26 damage total.
Jesus Christ.
Mhm. Yeah, as the you feel as the Venomoth sinks its almost like well-concealed fangs. Venomoth on its own doesn't seem all that foreboding from a distance, but up close and twice your size, those fangs you see are leaking with poison, some kind of poisonous fluid, as its fangs sink into your arm. I'm going to need 2 Constitution saving throws from you.
Oh boy, it's a good thing my Constitution is really good.
Gonna be
That's
the same
another
DC.
23 and a 18. They both pass. I
They
think.
both pass. So you do not get for the second time this turn. Do not get poisoned. As the Venomoth sinks its fangs into you. Finally, on this thing's turn, Gwyn, you feel the poison is like the poison sinks fatigue into your very person. As you feel your body begin to slack, your mind begins to haze. I'm going to need an athletics check that's going to be at disadvantage for you because you're poisoned.
Oh.
The last bit of its turn.
Okay.
Chat, I'm already bloodied. Please help me.
Oh my god.
All right, that was a 9.
Unfortunately, that does not pass, as Guinevere, you are now grappled by the Venomoth, who, as its final action, having used about 20 feet of movement, is going to use the remainder of its movement to lift you up.
Tommy, it's the first fucking boss!
No.
Fucking
It's boss
boss!
number 2. It's boss number 2. As we're going to say this is 10 feet of movement, vertically, as it begins to fly up toward and perch itself on one of the sort of lower branches of the tree. We're going to move Guinevere over here, let's say. As you have been taken up to the first tier of the tree, the Venomoth continuing to almost revel in the glow that you're emitting. That is going to be the end of the Venomoth's turn. So, with that, we are going to hit our first party turn, which is Icarus. Lowen, you are on deck.
I would love to cast Tasha's Mind Whip on this little baby moth.
Oh, can you remind me what that does?
So they have to make an intelligence save. And if they fail the save, they take 3d6 psychic, can't take a reaction, and on its next turn, it can only move, take an action, or a bonus action. It can only do 1. It can't do...
it's this spell! That's diabolical. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Lori has this on her kit, I think. Can you let me know what your spell save DC is?
16.
Great. So this thing is... Smart isn't the best word to describe it. It needs to get a 15 or higher in order to pass. So, let's see. Great. It fails the roll. It is going to burn one of its legendary resistances in order to immediately pass.
Legendary resistance
Get rid of him.
on the second boss. So mean.
It's a fucking moth!
It's a moth! Anyway, okay.
What fucking tier is this thing in?
Oh, you. As Icarus, you thrust your hand out and describe to me what Mind Whip looks like when Icarus is casting it.
I do think it is just like a line of a bunch of... How do I describe... I described Witch Bolt as like a chain.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Mind Whip is probably pretty similar, and that it's like a bunch of chains that like wrap around the brain.
Yeah, you thrust a gnarled hand out, and this wispy indigo chain flies out from some kind of pool of darkness that has formed on the ground, begins to sort of wrap itself around the Venomoth's neck. You, Gwyn, you're able to see its eyes ping, flash, and the chain immediately breaks.
Fun.
That is one of its legendary
wretch.
resistances burned.
You still get half damage.
It does get half damage.
It does, thank you for reminding me. So, it is going to, I started going to actually roll as if I was the one rolling the damage. It's been a long day. I'm on day 2 of DMing.
Does it round up or round down?
For damage, I believe it rounds.
Up.
Yeah, rounds up.
Okay, so it's gonna take 4 damage, which is unfortunate. It is
Great.
psychic damage, if that matters.
It does not, unfortunately.
3d6 is crazy.
Great.
Wait, is
You're-
it 33? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You are able to get just a little bit of psychic damage off on this Venomoth, but it leaves it undeterred as it is continuing to kind of bask in the glory of this treasure that it's now found. Is that your turn, Icarus?
I think he's probably also going to move.
Great.
Let me check his movement speed. And he can float. Can he also fly? Like, can he go several feet above the ground, or is it just like a 5-foot hover or whatever?
I believe it's only meant to be a hover, but not necessarily being able to, like, fly.
That's totally fine. I would like to move ideally as far away as I fucking can. So, like, what direction is that? Northeast from Aldo? Like,
So, like, northeast. So
no, other side.
I know my directions, my cardinal directions.
That's
So,
okay.
How?
And that's
If you can give me
20.
like a coordinate, because you got the letters and numbers here, that would be very
Oh,
helpful.
I do. I do have those. You're so right. I would like to move to 13Q.
13Q, yeah, can do. Can do 13Q.
Oh, wow. And I think
Sorry.
that's my turn.
Great. Icarus, you flutter. Okay, Lowen, we are up to you. Gwyn, you're on deck.
Okay.
So Gwen fully grappled right now.
Currently, yes.
Does it look like, because it's perched on like a branch, right?
Yeah. The unfortunately the graph, it's kind of hard to like reflect the exact look of the tree, but it's
Right.
about 10 feet off the ground currently.
If it were to, say, get tripped or knocked down, would it just like fall straight to the ground with Gwen?
So sorry, can you repeat that?
If the Venomoth was to be knocked down or like tripped, like, if like, would it just like, it wouldn't like fall on the branch, it would just fall like 10 feet down?
I think it would probably. It depends on what you're doing, because it's currently perched on the branch, but if you're able to like really knock it off its rhythm, then you might be able to knock it to the ground.
If I was to trip attack it and succeed. Is it large?
Oh, are you trying to knock it prone?
Yeah.
You can certainly try. Yes, we're counting it as a large creature.
Okay. So Lowen, already so much has happened. Gonna like try and he's like gonna try and give his assessment to everyone. It's like, this is the source of the poison scales. Avoid using poison to attack it. I'm gonna try and knock it down, and I'm gonna run out. I'm just gonna like get up to its level, bro.
Great. So you're going to. I think the trunk would probably like start like kind of like under where the Venomoth is. Remind me how many feet of movement you have?
I have 40.
That's what I figured. I'm pulling out my usual DM screen because I believe it has rules on climbing here. But me and this
Ronan.
massive fucking does it not have anything on climbing here? That's kind of annoying. Okay, because minccino doesn't have a natural climb speed, so I'm trying to remember how it works.
I have a climb speed and it's half my walking speed, if that helps.
That's a species thing, though, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, because. So sorry, talk amongst yourselves for just a second as I look at the rules.
I mean, me and Sunny are just chatting about Harry Potter in the chat.
Yeah, dear lord. I have a game plan for my turn.
I have an idea as well.
I apologize to anyone near me, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so
It's gonna be weird.
Right. Even if you don't have a climb speed, you can still climb most of the time. Doing so costs 2 feet of movement for every 1 feet moved. So so it's going to cost you like double the move speed in order to you'll have to expend double the move speed in order to do it. So with 40, you can 1 2 3 4 and then use the rest to climb up that 10 feet onto the branch and reach the Venomoth.
Cool, then yeah, I'll do that.
Great.
I'll bound up, like, climb up the tree, and as soon as, like, get on the Venomoth's level, I'm gonna go for an attack.
Lovely.
With my
Go
broom.
For it.
Alright. 24.
24 hits, yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna burn a superiority die, and I'm gonna just try a trip attack. Why not? So that would be a D8 versus those 9. Why am I practice already? Sorry. That's 13 bludgeoning damage. And it must make a strength saving throw.
So the trip attack tries to make it prone, is that correct?
Yes.
I hate to inform you, it automatically succeeds.
Oh, of course.
It is unable to be knocked prone.
Aww.
This is one of those condition immunities that were like, no.
You can't sweep the legs out of something that doesn't have fucking legs, Desmond.
I was just gonna whack it and hit it.
Knock its lights out.
Me trying to get a moth out of my house with a broom.
It's so true.
Well,
yeah, go on and get it.
Still does 13 damage, and
Get out my lamp, you fuck!
Yeah, as Lowen, as you do your little all fours run across the grass and immediately start pulling yourself up the tree. Honestly, very impressive for someone of your size, especially someone who isn't like super athletic. But you haul yourself onto the top of the branch. The Venomoth, the Glowkeeper, is a little too distracted to see you coming as you take your broom and smack it across the side of the face.
Wham! And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a we'll just do a bonus action martial arts. So I'm going for another.
Lovely.
What's the 14 hit?
14?
Yes.
14 is its exact AC. That hits.
Okay, good. And I'll hold off on doing anything else right now. I just want to be in its level. I don't got any more movement. I just want to be. 7 bludgeoning.
Nice. So that's 20 damage total. Nice, very good turn. As you kind of give it the old-fashioned like go on and get as you like beat at it with your broom. You smack it across the side of the face, and you hear a very guttural, under-the-breath growl come from the Glowkeeper. As it is going to use a legendary action to throw itself at you and make a single Poison Fang attack against you, Lowen.
All right.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, you.
On me. What'd you just call me?
Cock-a-doodle.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Who are you going to give that advantage to?
Draven.
Great. So
no, Gwyn. Gwyn makes exponentially more sense. Gwyn.
Great. Gwen, you get that
True.
free advantage for your upcoming turn. I'm going to roll again. That is going to be... I believe this doesn't hit now. It's a 15.
My AC 17.
Let's
go.
Yeah. Well played, Aidan. As
Aldo
it
goes.
kind of goes for a gnaw.
Aldo pulls out his manners book and go, I don't think that's very polite, actually.
Oh
And
my
it goes into its head.
Christ. Yeah, this
Thank
Venomoth,
you.
this Glowkeeper is about to land a devastating attack upon you, but with a single twist of his slimy little wrist, I guess. We're not going to get into the logistics of what all those appendages are. Nonetheless, the Glowkeeper is thrown off its rhythm. It bites in the wrong direction and leaves you uninhibited, Lowen. That's going to be one of its legendary actions, and that is going to be the end of your turn. Guinevere, you are up. Draven, you are on deck.
So, quick thing I want to say: if we want to get technical with Aldo, the term you'd be looking for is pseudopod.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Write that down. Write that down.
Or no.
Anyway, so question: is the Lumbrew an item interaction?
Yes. So that would be
Okay,
a
thank
bonus
God.
action.
Fuck. Well, there goes my entire plan.
Sorry. To clarify, it qualifies as a not an item, like a free item interaction. Using it, I believe it is specified in the codex that it can be consumed as a bonus action. Because they're potions, basically.
All right, my plan was to use Searing Smite this turn. The problem is that don't work. And all of my ways to imbue my attacks with more damage are bonus actions. So I can poke it a little and not be poisoned.
Or you can get out.
I guess. Fuck, my original strategy of blowing myself the fuck up isn't gonna work, so I gotta go plan B.
Lowen's like, don't worry, Gwen, I'm here to help you. I have a problem.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was originally gonna say, guys, I have a plan, no one get near me.
That's metagaming.
I mean, there's not
but-
much else I can do.
I have to whack it. I gotta whack it.
Whack
I can
it.
invest you guys some bows. Just throw a pillar at him. Throw a tree. Sorry, Kirly. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna use... I think I'm gonna use a bonus action to get rid of the poison, so I'm gonna use my Lumbrew.
Great. You fumble for the little citrusy, sort of like green vial. Pop it open, chug it. You are no longer poisoned.
Hooray! Okay. So I still have my main action. I'm not gonna blow myself up for Lowen's sake. I don't want Lowen to explode.
That's a bomb strapped to my chest.
My main goal is to blow up.
What?
I need a drawing of Ash Baby, but it's Lowen.
No.
Look that up on Google.
Fuck it, I'm still grappled, right? Yes, am I
Yes,
still
you are.
grappled? Okay, cool. I'm right next to it. I'm just gonna fucking beat it over the head.
Great, go for it.
Cool. I don't have to use that advantage immediately, right?
I believe.
Your next, it does specify your next roll.
Okay, so then yeah, this will be an advantage. All right.
Yeah.
Works for me. Okay, the highest it's gonna be a 23.
That'll hit.
All right. All right. Oh boy, guys, a whole D6. 6 damage or 7. Forgot about the +1. Yeah, 7 damage.
Is that a bludgeoning damage?
Yes, because it is a mace.
Kind of have to every session.
Yeah.
You, yeah, I guess for grappled in the sense that you were sort of pinned down, but not able to actually, still able to move around a little bit. You unsheath your mace with your other free hand that's not full of vial, and
I was.
$1 million baby this Venomoth across the face with a ladle.
I like to think that it's not even that. One of the armor bits just uncouples and starts beating him over the head.
You said that was 7 damage?
Bonk, bonk, bonk,
7
bonk.
damage, yeah.
Great. So yeah, you smack this Venomoth over the side of the head. You're no longer grappled as it has
Hooray.
been flown off, and you see like it like loses its balance a little bit, but stays on the branch. Looks at you with like you're not sure if it's hurt in its eyes, but you still see its head tilt. Lights.
Guys, I need
Wings-
to get this moth away from me.
Wings flapping anxiously.
She's not into you. She is not.
Lowen fucking in the wings.
Oh god! As the
Guys,
glowkeeper,
How do I put a moth down nicely?
put him up. You mean turn him up
Put him
down?
down?
You put him- Hey, we're not trying to kill anybody in this game yet.
I mean, the moth, right?
Damn, that's crazy. Anyway.
Please, in the transcript, please let yet be in bold.
God. Yeah. So that's your turn, Gwen.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Draven, you're up, King. Aldo, you're on deck.
Okay, so I think seeing whatever the fuck just happened go down, this thing is up on the tree on the branch, right? It's like 10
Yes.
feet up. So, since I have a climbing speed, if I run to the tree, and can I still climb up it to get up there?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, I'm gonna turn to Kirly and just go, if I drop, please help me. And then just sort of in like a, hey, this is a really stupid move, I'm doing it anyways. So, he's gonna sort of like brace his back foot into a sprint, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to go into a rage before I sprint towards this thing and beat the ever-living shit out of it. So,
Here we go.
yay! It's time!
Kylie,
Hooray.
I would love
Wait.
for you to describe to me what Draven's rage looks like.
Waited months for this, chat.
I've been waiting.
I waited
Oh,
months. Okay. So how this works is he's going to sort of take like a stance to go sprint towards this tree, and you see that the some sort of dust and smoke starts to coalesce behind him, and it goes up and up and a little bit up more, and you see that there's this sort of so ancestral guardians normally summon spirits. This is not that. This sort of semi-solid shadow almost coalesces behind him. And reminder, Draven's like 5'4". This thing is 7 feet tall. This thing is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And you see there's sort of this shadow appears behind him, sort of like, not like sumo stance, but like just kind of like, and it's of a Pokemon, but it's not of a druddigon. And I feel like if you know what it looks like, the red accents could be a bit of a giveaway, because you can't see its exact demeanor, but it looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this bitch got a giant fucking shadow Haxorus behind him. So yeah, so I'm now going to sprint and kick the shit out of this thing.
Yeah, Draven, as your enemy stand emerges from behind.
Yes, yes, he has a stand. Yes, I've
So
made the
you're
joke.
going to
Yeah.
you're going to make this beeline up the tree. You, Draven, you feel this rigorous fervor take over you. Your panting begins to intensify as this ravenous adrenaline almost is coursing through your veins. You're still very conscious of what you're doing and your surroundings and whatnot, but there is a deeply draconic intensity to your person that has overtaken you, centering you on the objective, which is to fell that insect as you rush forward. So do you want to land somewhere over here, let's say?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. We could say over here maybe.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as I
M11.
can get there. Yay!
Yippee. Yeah, you
Because of
use
extra
your
attack,
movement
right?
to
I get 2 attacks because of extra
You
attack?
do. Level 5, yeah.
Yay.
All right, so give me those attacks.
Alright, great. Okay, one of those is absolutely gonna hit. That's an 18 plus 8, so 26.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
And then, that's a... Is that a dirty 20? No, 21.
Great, so those both hit.
Okay, and then... Where is my D12? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. So that's... Sorry, I'm like doing math. It's gonna be 21.
Holy shit.
And there's an extra thing that happens with this too.
Yes, I'm well aware. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just check something real quick. I'm just checking some Venomoth stuff. This 21 damage goes unchanged. I'm just doing a little bit of reconnaissance with its other abilities. Yeah, 21 damage. Holy shit. As you, Draven, this beast barely has like even a moment's notice to react before you raise your axe. You hear from behind you, compelled by this wispy, smoky shadow looming over you, as a ear-splitting roar rumbles from where you're standing on the branch. Everyone here can see and can hear the reverb of this battle cry as you lay into the Venomoth, striking it over and over with your axe. Tell me about that special effect, that Ancestral Guardians thing.
So what's going to happen is as this blow lands, it's sort of going to, with this ear-splitting shriek, it's going to survey the, like, sort of like do a head swivel and then lock to the Venomoth to its head. And now, basically what's going to happen is since I've attacked this thing for the first time, if it attacks anybody but me, it's going to have disadvantage on the attacks. And I believe also if it attacks anybody else, they're going to get resistance to the damage. So it's essentially being compelled to attack me, I believe. It's those two things. I can check too.
Compelled duel? That's so spicy.
Let me double check that real quick.
Yeah, hold on. First target you attack while raging has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you, and target hits a creature other than you with an attack, that creature has resistance to the damage dealt.
That's crazy!
I know!
That's crazy, what the fuck?
Yeah, Ancestral Guardians is kind of broken.
Man.
Oh my god!
I sure wish we had a way to fight this Venomoth easier. The humble compelled duel.
The humble Haxorus. Jesus Christ.
Relax. Look, all I'm saying is you can't spell Haxorus without hacks.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So...
Bro gets goading attack for free. Like, I'm low and shook.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude.
So long.
Yeah, so... Here's what happens. The Venomoth... The Glowkeeper kind of shrinks beneath the presence of this Haxorus, even though the spirit is still not as big as the Venomoth. It still very much almost pales a little. It melts into itself ever so slightly. Nonetheless, its eyes fix quite determinedly upon you, Draven, and it is going to use its second legendary action to make another Poison Fang attack against you. And it misses. Fuck. Okay, well, that's a crazy, crazy turn. Yeah, by the way, everyone can take a second to kind of acknowledge the Force Ghost Haxorus that has appeared behind Draven upon the tree.
Draven, what is that?
What the fuck? What's all this then?
Lowen just has like excited shimmer in his eyes, final, and also satisfaction that Raven's actually like going full throttle. So happy.
Kirly just let out a high-pitched screech.
Kirly is
frightened.
Wow, Draven, you finally.
Looking at the other party members to be like, is this real? Are we seeing this?
Don't
Draven, what
have
is
time
Is
for
this
this.
Pat, am I really seeing this shit right now?
Icarus, I
Okay.
think that's real. I think there's just a ghost Haxorus.
Oh, fucking whatever.
Wait, is it a ghost? I don't know. Would you know if it's a ghost? I don't.
You're yelling
Not a
at.
ghost,
You're
he's not
yelling. You're yelling this from 30 feet over on
Yeah.
the battlefield.
Gwen, shut the fuck up.
I almost got eaten by a moth.
All right, I'm going to
Let's
choose
do it,
not to
Draven.
consider the canonicity of this conversation. We're going to move on to Aldo's turn. Kirly, you're on deck.
Yeah.
I think with no logic, Aldo comes. Well, no, actually. So I'll move to Q15.
Q15. Okay. You.
Not high.
Okay.
And like, don't ask too many questions. But Aldo goes into his shell. All of a sudden, Aldo appears next to Gwen and goes, "Come with me.
What?
Come with me."
Wait, big,
No,
big.
no, I don't actually move there. I'm casting Vortex Warp to get Gwen next to me. But Aldo appears next to her for a moment with an outstretched hand.
Come,
then-
let's
alright.
take ibuprofen together.
And then through the shell out, like the shell, which is still at Q15, spits out Guinevere onto Q16,
Shit. Okay.
getting her out of harm's way.
Oh. I think Guinevere just looks very confused.
Yeah, Gwen, you take hold of Aldo's pseudopod. You said it was.
Pseudopod.
You take hold, and instantly you're really pulled through the vortex, and suddenly, without even seeing the inside, somersault out the shell and faceplant on the ground.
What?
Does the moth seem to react to that?
The moth, it looks around like light.
Okay, I don't think it can say anything else other than light, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
And that is my turn. I just wanted to get Gwen out of that situation.
Baby, you'd make a great life we remain. All right, thank you for that. Awesome.
Thank you,
Great
Aldo,
turn.
but also, what just happened? Rag, you looking at?
Hello. All right, Kirly, we're up to you with the enemy turn going back to the top of initiative right after.
Okay. So, getting rid of the fire from Gwen wouldn't make the moth less mad, right?
Given the fact that Gwen has officially, how do you want to put it? Blindsided the Venomoth with a metal weapon. I think that we're past the point of placation.
Okay, then...
Also, Kirly, I want to clarify, the fire is not, that's not like just a normal fire, that's like my skin. I'm just kind of like
all
that.
I'm saying is I could temporarily extinguish you.
I think I die. I think I would die immediately.
I don't think so, but it wouldn't be comfortable.
That
would
isn't
just be
ideal.
bald, and I don't like that.
Bald wig.
Then I shall move on to my next plan of attack, which is where'd it go? Oh my god, I lost it.
Hey, who do I have to commission to draw Bald Gwen?
You have to commission a drunk with a low taper fade.
Scalp my girl.
Wind wall.
I'm picturing that it, okay, who's it funnier to give the haircut, Venomoth or Draven?
Both. Teamwork.
I like your cut, G.
No hair!
I'm picturing Draven's the one giving the low taper fade.
Yeah, probably.
I go into a rage.
Good.
Okay. Wind wall.
Ooh, okay. How do you want to do that?
I don't know. Point at it and hope for the best.
So can
I'm
you specify
scared.
specify where the wall is at the very least?
Okay, so it can be It could be 120 feet ahead of me, I think.
It has a range of 120 feet, yes.
Right, yeah. So, like, I don't know, the 2 squares up from me.
So, like, over here?
Yeah, wait, oh, shit. That's one of the spells that hurts everybody, doesn't it?
Everyone, like, I don't really know what it's going to accomplish other than, like, if you cast it on the Venomoth, but then, like, it is fully going to catch... it runs the risk of catching any number of your teammates as well. Like, if it goes this way, Aldo's fully getting caught in it.
Then I changed my mind, and we're going back to Shillelagh, because that's my go-to.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh, I love that spell.
Shillelagh.
You have a quarterstaff, don't you, Kirly?
Yes.
Great. So that's your bonus action as you take hold of the hilt of your quarterstaff. What kind of, when you sort of imbue your quarterstaff with this natural energy, does it like change appearance at all, do you think?
I think it glows like the same green as the leaves of my dress.
Cute, yeah. So that's your bonus action. You still have your action and your movement.
Well, I definitely want to move, if for no other reason than to move.
So true.
Up a square.
1.
Woohoo!
1. Sorry.
Does anybody... Can I gauge who's the most hurt?
Draven is bloodied. It has been established.
I can't get to Draven. Because I thought of that. Yeah, I have to touch to cure wounds.
Yeah, fair.
I don't use a lot of, like, non-directional or directional ones. A lot of it's I have to hope that nobody's in the area.
If you want, you can hold your turn, and then when you know what you want to do, you can raise your hand, and once the current person's turn is done, we can get to Kirly's. We can kind of go back to Kirly's action.
I'll just leave it at that and see how it plays out from there.
Cool, so you just want to end your turn flat out, or do you want to save your
Yeah.
action for later? Okay, cool. So, Kirly, you've now got your shillelagh in hand. I believe the shillelagh is... Oh, it's not concentration, doesn't seem. Okay. All right, cool. So you got your shillelagh. We are now at the top of the initiative order, as the Glowkeeper is beating its wings furiously, confused, angry, agitated. First of all, as I'm sure you've come to understand, Draven and Lowen, you guys are going to need to make Constitution saving throws.
That'll be 18, I think.
That passes.
22.
Yeah.
Just one of you fail. No,
Or
I'm kidding.
21.
Yeah, you both pass. Still able to, as the passive beating of the wings, you're able to steel yourself, ensure that you remain protected. Okay. Musing over something real quick. Yeah, you know what? Now would probably be a good time. So, the Glowkeeper is going to sort of like start to crawl back a little bit. Light. Before it raises its head and calls out much more louder. Light! You hear something from what is inside the tree, from the sort of cove that the Venomoth emerged from. Light! So, happy 2 of them Tuesday, everybody.
I'm so second.
Tuesday.
As you hear another beating of wings from elsewhere in the tree, before you hear as another Venomoth, this time of a cerulean color, flies around the tree and Draven, you turn around to acknowledge it, just for you to see it tackle you, to go in for what is it? Go in for an attack. So it's going to make 2 attacks against you, Draven, the blue one. Just to be clear, the Ancestral Guardians don't work on like a concentration basis, do they?
No.
Oh
I think they just exist as long as the rage is happening.
That's so strong, Jesus. This first attack is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And the second is not going to hit, that's only going to be a 12.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeez. So that's going to be 10 piercing damage, half to 5, and then 8 poison damage, so 13 total.
All right, and then I think it takes 1d4 because rough skin.
Yes. Let me
yeah.
Let me get the Glowkeeper, the other Venomoth back onto the map. But yes, it does take that bit of rough skin damage, passive rough skin damage, as it begins to lay into you. The other Glowkeeper is going to centralize its 2 attacks upon Lowen. So, first one is going to be a 13 to hit, which I believe misses. They both miss. All right.
Can't hit the little guy.
He's too baby. You can't hit him. He's too baby.
I'm too baby and I'm too fast.
He is
yeah,
indeed.
he's too tiny.
He is indeed too baby. And finally, this one doesn't have anything left to do. As a bonus action, this one is going to flap its wings and send a cloud of spores, not towards around itself, but in a certain direction, towards both Aldo and Gwyn. I'm going to need Constitution saving throws from the both of you.
Oh, great. More Constitution saving throws for Guinevere. Hooray! That's
You're just like
16.
fully bleeding out right now.
What do you got, Ash?
Bro is not looking so good.
Charles, what do you get?
16.
Is that a nat 20? That's our first of the game. Nice. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so both of you go unaffected by the spore cloud that is sent your way. That is the end of the turn. This is a deeply ineffective turn on the Venomoth's part. Jesus. Maybe I need to salt my own dice. Icarus! It's your turn. Lowen is on deck.
I think Icarus is gonna be like, oh, you filthy fucking wretches. And then twin cast Witch Bolt.
Yeah.
So I make 2 attack rolls, right?
Yes.
Cool. First one's a 12.
That does not hit.
Next one's a 25. I would like to cast Seeking on, or not cast, I would like to also use my Seeking meta magic on the one that I missed.
Yeah, so you can reroll. Is that a reroll or is it a guaranteed hit?
It's a reroll.
Great, so reroll that.
Ah! Fuck. Fell off the table. Ooh, 16.
Yeah, those both hit now.
Okay, great. So how many sorcery points was that? Probably 3? Okay. Let me do that first. And then Witch Bolt. How much damage is that? I would like to cast it. This is gonna be kind of crazy. I want to cast it at 3rd level.
Fucking alright.
Fuck
yeah,
these
go
guys.
for it.
Pretty please. Damage. And it's 3d of each.
It was a D8. That's so much worse.
It is a D12. Icarus is
Let's
not
go.
playing.
Fuck.
I know
Let's
we're
go.
supposed to be doing non-lethal damage. He's not doing non-lethal damage.
Jesus!
That's a 4. That's a 1. That's a 5. And a 10. 15 for the first one.
Okay, which is going to be on...
The purple one is the one I'm aiming for first.
Yes.
And then I'll re-roll them for the second one. An 8. That's a 9. Jesus fuck. And that's a 3, so 20?
Woo!
20 lightning damage.
Icarus, chill!
No.
Fuck him up.
Absolutely
fuck him
not.
Up.
Icarus, as you feel this almost like aberrant lightning percolating in your palms, ready for you to fire, you almost swear you can hear Nemesis's voice at the back of your head. Focus, dear. As you lock in and slam these two with this sickly purple lightning, the main glowkeeper, the stronger of the two, is not looking good already. As you lay into the two of them, dealing monstrous amount of damage.
I have a question, Tommy.
Oh no, yeah, tell me.
Sorry, this is for next round. It says I can use my action to deal 1d12, but because it's 3rd level, is it 3d12?
That can't be right. There's no way.
I have no idea. It just says they
The
take
initial
1d12
damage
lightning
increases.
damage.
The initial damage increases for each
Okay,
spell
okay.
slot. I believe that means it's just 1d12
So it's just 1d12.
on.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, I was about to say there's
That's
no
totally
way.
fine. I don't play spellcasters.
That is so fair. Is that your turn then?
He'll probably move closer. I realize that he's immune to the poison condition, so why not?
Yeah. So where do you want?
Let's go to. Well, they're like 10 feet up in the air, right?
Yeah, I mean you can climb up the tree yourself.
I don't want to climb. I'll go to N13, just on the ground.
Just below, got it. Yeah, such a drama queen, unfortunately. Great, so is that your turn?
It sure is.
Lovely. Lowen, that's you.
Alright. So this initial Venomoth isn't looking good.
Yeah, the purple one, the main one is oof.
Oof. Yeah, I think Lowen feels propelled by Draven's rage and that display of magic that's been done so far, and just like ready to like finish, like get this guy down. 19.
That hits.
Alrighty. I'm gonna goading attack this one. It makes a wisdom saving throw. Or basically what Draven did. But this time at Lowen.
So you're gonna redirect it from Draven.
I don't know if it stacks on each other, or it's just like, oh, okay, everything.
If it attacks you, then it'll just have disadvantage all the time. Because if it attacks anybody except me, it'll have disadvantage on the attacks.
And does that mean if this fails the wisdom saving throw, does it also deal like, oh, but since you're goaded by Lowen?
Okay,
Draven
so because that's fucking ridiculous. I'm going to say that if you successfully go to attack, it nullifies the guardian effect, because
I was gonna say
that is frankly unacceptable. I'm putting in I can't believe I have to make this a house rule, but only one compelled rule at a time.
We did not coordinate this, dog. You knew what we were coming with.
It's not being forced to attack me. It's just that if it doesn't attack me, you know.
Kylie. I've never had to deal with
totally fair.
I've never had to deal with multiple goading.
Lowen's still going to do this goading attack just because Lowen needs to divert the attention away from him.
Yeah, fair.
Understandable. Have a great day.
Alright.
This is what you get when you put a barbarian and a monk fighter subclass in the same room.
13 bludgeoning damage to start. How's it looking?
Not good.
Do I? Yeah, I'm flurrying the blows. Use my last key point to do 2 more attacks. 24. Gotta do 2.7 damage.
Okay.
Still going. Okay, one more.
It's not that low.
Let's
It's not that
go.
low, Des.
Okay, well then, 18 to hit.
Yeah, it's.
All right.
Man. Do you want to know something?
9 bludgeoning damage.
Do you guys want to know something? I sent the stat block of this Venomoth to Claire, and she thought that y'all were gonna get wiped. Yeah. Anyway, so this Glowkeeper's really not looking good.
It's still up.
Yeah, it's not that close.
Action third.
Desmond! You can't keep doing this to me.
And
Lowen.
why not?
No, we
If you-
need to lock the
You came in so hot.
If you crit again, I'm gonna cry.
No, I honestly think I might have missed, right? Because it was. Yeah, I think that was a 13.
Yeah, that misses. Okay.
Ah, that's so unfortunate.
That would have been so funny.
I'm looking at how much HP it has left, and I'm like, you're so unlucky. You're so unlucky, Desmond.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, that is
then that's my turn. I'm just.
That is so that is an insane turn from from Lowen. So
Someone finish it off.
as you go to holler, someone finishes it off. This Venomoth is like spewing like sort of acidic like fluid all over the place. It is like light, fighting for its life ever so slightly. It is not looking great. You guys, I'm gonna say this. Icarus and Draven, y'all are a little more up close. Can I get insight checks from the two of you?
Lowen's 2 in it.
Lowen's
That
too
is
locked
going
in.
to be a. What's my insight? 19.
Lowen, are you abstaining?
Oh, I thought you just said Draven and Icarus. So
Oh, did I say
Yeah,
Draven
I
and
just
Icarus?
heard-
Sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Draven and Lowen, my bad.
Not me. So sad.
Oh, Icarus is right there.
No, but Icarus knows what he did.
That's true.
Anyway, we're all
That's
17
true.
if you even care.
Oh,
When you're being mean to me, this is who you're being mean to, by the way, if you care.
Everyone is so mean to me.
19.
Great. So here's
Hey,
what I'm going to
19.
say. This Venomoth is, nursing like a lot of wounds from like a fight that it initiated. The lightning wound looks especially bad. You've come in with the understanding that that you are fighting in a in a sort of dueling sense. You're in the sense that it's very much meant to be a trial and not like actual life or death. And though like you've suffered poison and whatnot, you have gone in understanding that surely Lennox wouldn't be throwing you into such a cesspool right away. What Icarus did doesn't reflect that. You notice as that witch bolt left a serious like burn on the Venomoth. It is no less deterred and it is no less determined to attack you, but you can tell that it's looking serious as the Venomoth cocks his head from side to side. Right. As its wings begin to flap even harder and harder. It is going to use its legendary action to launch itself just like a foot off the branch and beginning sort of like gyrating and spinning around, wings beating furiously around as it uses its quiver dance ability.
Oh
Oh,
God.
dear Lord. Guys, it's setting up. It's competitively viable.
Oh fuck, it's setting up.
It's competitive
Oh, no.
filled.
All the while, the other Venomoth, the blue one, is going to use its only one legendary action. It's a bit lesser in that sense, to fly over and attack you, Lowen.
I'm sorry.
It misses again! Shit! These Venomoths are not locked in right now. That's okay. So that is the end of Lowen's turn. Gwyn, you are up. Draven, you're on deck.
Okay, so I'm worried if I shoot this Venomoth, he's gonna die, and I don't know if we're supposed to. Or
So
if he's
you
just
don't know
kinda-
that, Charles? Gwyn doesn't know that?
I'm talking out of game.
Yeah.
Out of game, I'm like. The problem is, Gwyn was told to shoot this thing. She's gonna shoot this thing.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Well, time to make Venomoth see God. I'm gonna cast
Did it?
Guiding Bolt.
Well, did
Whoa.
Lennox say that like shit is non-lethal in here before
You've-
this?
Hmm?
And like before Lennox sent us out here, did they not say that it's like non-lethal, or was that an out-of-game you to us?
It wasn't outright said in any capacity, but it is also a preliminary trial.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to leave Icarus with the bet he made.
Alright. Time to roll a Guiding Bolt.
On the main?
Yeah, on the main one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright.
Just a little
Find my
small.
spell attack modifier. There it is.
Oh no.
Oh god, that's 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, that's 4d6 radiant damage.
Holy shit.
Blinding
First level
blast.
spell.
46. I forgot about that.
5, 10, 12. That's 12 radiant damage.
Yeah, right on the money. Right in the average. What does Guiding Bolt look like when Gwyn casts it, Ash?
I think this is probably the closest you would get to like an actual like in-game attack animation. I think just two of the pauldrons just clasp around her. It's just like a fucking cannon.
As a ray of sickeningly bright, warm light fires out at the Venomoth. You see, cocks his head. Light! Oh shit! As
Oh.
I think as she fires it, I think only Aldo would hear say shit. She just looks fucking done right now. You want your light? Come and get it.
It scorches the Glowkeeper's eyes. Is there an additional effect for Guiding Bolt?
Yes. The next attack roll made against this target for the end of your next turn is at advantage thanks to a mystical dim light glittering on the target until then.
And it's right next to fucking Draven. No.
Yay!
Hi, Tommy. Hi. I knew that was coming too. I played a cleric in the past, so I saw.
Yes,
I heard
so-
Guiding Bolt, and I went yes.
I have to make these combats harder. You're telling me? God.
Yeah, I will
Anyway,
say, I
let's-
believe it is
let's
only
focus.
for this next attack, so
Yeah.
it will just be
Focus.
whoever hits it next.
Great. So, Gwyn, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Great. Draven, you are up. Aldo, you're on deck.
Cool. Let's knock this thing out. I'm just gonna wail on it
Great.
because there's not much else I can do. Okay. Does that hit? No, that's not gonna hit. That's 12.
That does not hit. Yeah.
So I guess I'll take second attack against it. That's a 19.
That'll hit.
Okay. Damage.
So great. His attention is back on you, Draven, after being lulled ever so for like 2 seconds by Lowen. It's like,
That'll just be. Oh, wait, I forgot. I have to add my rage damage to this too, right? Because we
Yes.
get
Oh
a
my gosh, please.
Yeah, I forgot to do that. I think it's just an extra, like, 2 damage.
Yeah, it's not a whole.
So I think
It's not a
that'll be-
big modifier.
It's 11 damage.
Woo! Holy shit. Draven, you are. How is Draven feeling at this moment as he goes in for another attack?
His shoulder is bleeding, his friends are screaming, and he wants to go home. So he's gonna just, in an attempt to knock this thing out, rather than slash it, he's gonna just take the end of the. He's gonna like raise his axe like this, grip the end of it, and take the blunt part, the hilt part, and just slam it into the back of its head to try and knock it out.
Oh yeah. You do that,
Stay
and you
down, you massive nuisance!
Yeah. It's still up against all odds, but it is really not looking good. So that's your action. Anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, bonus action, Oran Brew, pop that right now, if I can.
Yeah. So you regain 10 hit points.
Yeah.
The Oran Brew, it kind of tastes a little like pasty, like there's not really a strong flavor, so it goes down a little like glue, but it does the job. You feel a little more invigorated.
God, that's awful.
So yeah, that's Aldo. Kirly, you're on deck.
Aldo moves
Aldo?
to... Oh. I might get on.
Yes.
Aldo moves to... I guess I need to get to N15.
N15. Yeah, I can do. So over here?
Yep. And I go, here's your light, because you asked so kindly for it. Burning hands!
Jesus. Okay, so it's going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Is it dexterity? Remind me?
It is. Yeah.
This thing's pretty dexterous. 13?
It's not safe.
Shit.
I mean, let me roll my 3d6. Okay, 12 of 3d6. It's not bad.
Aldo, how do you want to do this?
I think it's like noticing that like Gwyn light was like a target for it. Aldo pulls a stick out of his shell and goes, "Can I borrow some of that?" And like sticks it in Gwyn's hair.
Oh, all right. You know, I can just like feel like a little bit of the armor just like heats up a tiny bit and lights it up.
And then Aldo like gets all the phlegm in his throat with the Gwyn's fire in front of his mouth. Says, "Since you asked so kindly for light," like a fire breather just all over him.
And with a decisive hawk Tua.
No.
Stop it!
No.
Aldo
Vanish.
spits on that thing. And
Hey,
That thing being a
Hey.
fucking moth.
have you heard of Christ?
It's on what thing?
Hey,
What thing?
the stick,
Tommy.
obviously. As almost like that of a fire breather, flames begin to coalesce and fire towards the Venomoth, not engulfing it, but striking it squarely in the chest. As it is knocked out like from its perch and lands on the ground with a thud, as this Venomoth is officially down for the count. I can't really do anything with it that isn't like. Can I flip
Can you
the
turn
image?
it? Can you turn?
It was squished.
Squish.
I sent the Venomoth to the hydraulic press guys.
Oh no.
You know what that means? Squish!
Squish.
Okay, so that was Aldo's turn. Here's what's going to happen now, because we are not done quite yet. However, something very important does happen. The thorns and thistles that sort of encircled your only exit, preventing you from leaving, instantly begin to retreat. You now have a way out. However, you have a very angry Venomoth floating behind you, who you see as it sees its lavender counterpart hit the ground. Light! and with its last legendary action is going to perform a quiver dance. As it is performing the dance, I'm going to leave you to it. Lowen, first of all, not Lowen, Aldo, is there anything else you want to do with your turn now that you're good as gold? I'm going to remind you that during this period... Oh, actually, you know what? You guys might have to roll for this, yeah. So, Gwyn, Aldo, Draven. Aldo hasn't really taken any damage, so I think he's good. Gwyn and Draven, can I get sleight of hand checks from the two of you, real quick?
Oh, the flowers.
Right.
I'll tell you something. It is natural. That's a 1.
Oh.
I got a 17.
Oh, God. Okay, so the good
Do we
news
all
is that...
need the leaf, or is it just one of us?
One each.
Oh,
Yeah, we
fuck.
each need one.
Well, Kylie's first nat 1 of the game. All of a sudden you like check for your leaf. You check where you knew you had like tucked it into like your satchel. It's not there. You see a little bit of golden powder like sitting at the edge of your back. It is fully like turned into dust. Gwyn, you've kept it in like a sort of secure part of your armor where you like check to see if it's still there, and like she's there. Still fine. So Gwyn and Aldo have their shiny leaves. The other three didn't get a chance to pick them by the time they had entered. So Gwyn and Aldo, you have no reason to still be here. I'm going to tell you that now.
Okay.
So
we
Aldo, with that information, what would you like to do with the rest of your turn? Moving like 1 foot per second.
It's just the concrete sliding noise, but sped up.
Yeah, I believe you are just able to barely like. You're not out of the map just yet, but you're very much starting to get there. As long as you...
That's 4. That's 4. That was 20 feet of movement. I had 25 feet of movement.
Oh yes, you still have 25. Okay, sorry, I thought you.
I didn't move at all that turn. Oh no, I did move that turn.
You did
So,
move,
right.
yes.
Yeah, then I in fact cannot leave.
Yeah, so you're able to like. Do you say anything as you like see the exit and immediately start leaving?
No. Aldo just returns and starts.
Great. So the rest of you see that Aldo starts to leave immediately as another threat is still on the field.
There goes Aldo.
We're gonna move on to Kirly.
Manners?
Kirly is up. The other Venomoth is on deck.
Okay. I'm ready.
Chat, she's ready.
Can I see Draven?
From here? Yeah, probably.
Okay. Wait, how far can I move again?
1, 2, 3, and then you'd have to like climb up to this branch, like to probably. You could use the rest of your. You have only 30 feet of movement, right?
Yeah. Can I levitate?
Oh yeah, you can use a bonus action if you want to activate your levitate. Yeah.
Cool. So I will do that, and then I will move those 30 feet.
You want to see me float? Yeah. Kirly, you, with all of the elegance of a ballerina, feel your legs start to kick off the ground, and you kind of just like glide very like with intensity and with speed, but still like almost effortlessly glide upwards towards Draven up at the branch using your movement. So we're gonna move you solidly over here. Wait, no, where's Kirly?
I'm done.
Draven, I've got you.
Like flies away like the fucking lawnmower vibe.
Kirly's like, I've got you, and then flies directly into the sun.
Accurate. Then I would like to use Healing Word on Draven.
Healing, what do you mean, cure wounds?
No, I have Healing Word.
Levitate
Healing
is a
word.
bonus action, I think, right?
I thought...
Let me. I actually might be wrong about this, so let me check my work here.
Oh, it is
Also,
one
healing
bonus.
word has range. It's not touch. So you could have.
But you
Done it.
can still cure wounds, like doing this, and like get more healing.
Then Cure Wounds.
Beautiful. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Boop. Forget what I have to roll again.
Cure Wounds, I believe is it's 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So like 1d8 plus your wisdom.
Crap, I'm gonna sneeze. So my spellcasting modifier is 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, because I just rolled a 3.
Great. So that's going to be 9 hit points total?
Yeah.
Damn, Shoddy, okay.
Awesome.
As Draven, you feel a little bit of that like warmth return to your body as Kirly reinvigorates you. Kind of, yeah. I imagine Kirly just like pats him on the snout while Draven's fully like, oh, like Draven stops growling for a second as Kirly just like boops him on the snout.
That's it for me.
Great. Okay. So the DM's gonna use their turn to pop an ibuprofen. Great. So we are back at the top of initiative order with a deeply pissed Venomoth. Having seen its companion get felled, it is going to whip around, turning its attention on Kirly. Light! As a little bit of glimmer from your cure wounds immediately catches its attention, it is going to make its 2 attacks against you, both with renewed advantage because of Quiver Dance. Wait, what?
People kept talking about killing trees, so I drew this. I just have it ready.
Laura, what? That's so deeply funny. Wait.
Could I get art of Kirly holding up the post-it?
Holding up the singular post-it.
Face post-it.
Everything rots, Kirly. Sad face.
Everything rots.
Everything
Kirly.
rots. Oh, that's a post-it note.
Oh, a post-it note. Oh God, give me 1 second, because I have something to share now.
No.
Why am I half expecting to see a giant aspen slowly come into frame?
She's been immortalized.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, well let's roll those. Let's roll these attacks now. See what happens. See if there's any need for Kirly to be sad. All right, so attack number 1. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Is that on? Is it?
Kirly.
Kirly.
I see.
And then the other is going to be a 22. So those both hit. All right, so I had to do a little bit of girl math, so talk amongst yourselves for just a second.
I have
So I can help with this,
Kirly-
but I'm not. So
Sorry,
right.
all those. Look at it.
I'm gonna give assistance for a turn, but I am also probably booking it.
Icarus has no reactions, and he would not use them. If
Yeah.
he did. Such as
But- I'm thinking of for lack of a better term, I'm planning on potentially I think I might like give covering fire and then go make sure Aldo doesn't die.
Okay, Laura, you're going to have to correct me on this if I'm wrong.
Oh no.
So this is going to be 19 piercing damage and 4 poison damage, equaling out to what I believe is your exact hit point total at the moment.
Oh, great.
Is Kirly one shot by the venom?
I think so.
Oh my god.
Hey, change of plans, I'm getting in there.
Oh no! Kirly, you're like, I'm gonna help, goes into heal Draven, and then immediately gets bodied by this fucking
Kirly!
by this Venomoth. We're gonna, for all intents and purposes, a super effective poison fang bites Curly's shoulder and like swings its head to throw her down 10 feet onto the ground.
No. No,
You just turned Kirly to a chew toy? It's like, alright guys, I'm now...
So Kirly is down. I'm going to remind you guys that because of the way that everything is working right now, both Kirly and the Venomoth are incapacitated but not endangered. So they're not rolling death saves at the moment. If she was hit with lethal damage, then that would be a different story. But because of the circumstances of the battle, she is not actively rolling death saves. She would have to be hurt again in order to be put in critical territory. So Kirly is down but not in active danger.
Do we still have to like stabilize people if they drop unconscious? Like, is there any way to get them back up, or
healing magic or like good medicine checks? I reckon.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can
Kirly, Kirly, you are down by this Venomoth's onslaught. And with its renewed speed, it is going to take one last action to turn around on Lowen and do one more poison fang attack on him.
Broom at the ready.
18.
Okay. Fair.
All right. So that is going to be 8 piercing damage and 8 poison damage, totaling out to 16. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
Lowen's not super... Lowen doesn't have a whole lot of health, does he?
I mean, he technically has proficiency, though that's a 7.
Okay, so Lowen, you take the brunt of this damage. I believe you're now bloodied, based on my notes, possibly?
I posited that I took 4 damage before this. Yeah, I'll DM you where I'm at.
Great.
So we're same page.
And Lowen, you are now poisoned. The Venomoth's final maneuver. Yeah, sure. It is going to once again flap its wings, getting all of its this excess energy out. I'm going to need an additional con save from Lowen now at disadvantage, and I'm going to need a con save from Draven as well.
And my con is so
matter what
good.
else I roll.
Got 1.
You got another nat 1?
Yeah.
My first
like
roll was
+7.
a 1.
You both got nat 1s?
I didn't even get the chance to roll with disadvantage. I just rolled 1. Wait.
Just so we can
You rolled
see.
0.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
It's a total of 4.
Great.
If that means anything
It's
to you,
it's
sick
a total
fuck.
of 8.
You sick bitch.
You sick fuck. You're sick.
Great. I'm gonna roll a d4 for both of you. I'm going to say if the d4 for Desmond is a 1, then nothing happens. You are not so lucky.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Unfortunately, not the funniest outcome, but still a pretty devastating one. These spores are not the kind that have been being emitted before. These are stinging your eyes as they get swooped all over the place. Lowen, with this poison seeping through you, you find yourself unable to steel yourself, prepare yourself for this cloud. Draven, you're so focused within your rage that you're caught off guard for just a moment. Both Draven and Lowen are blinded. So Lowen is now double conditioned. And Draven cannot see. So I think that's it as far as the Venomoth's turn goes. So with that, Icarus, your turn.
I think he sees all this happen. He's just like, take damage, die. And it automatically takes 1d12.
Great, roll that.
12.
Sorry, it's 5.
12 in my heart.
I can't imagine that giving someone else a potion would be a bonus action.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to check this real quick.
But I'm gonna ask anyway.
I think it makes sense.
I think it does make sense too, because like using a potion is a bonus action, but it doesn't specifically say consuming one. So it's like coughing up blood.
Blind.
Who are you gonna? Yeah. So yeah, that can be your point.
Coughing Lowen.
The hydrogen bomb is Gwen using fireball. Icarus, you can use your bonus action to administer a potion.
He's gonna do. Well, it's not his own potion. It's someone else. Like, can he take Kirly's potion and give it to her?
You raiding my corpse?
You know.
Yes.
You know what?
I mean,
actually,
she is a guy.
Because that's gonna be I think taking something from someone is an object interaction, which is free, and then administering a potion is bonus. So you can do that, yeah.
Okay. So I think because Kirly is his teammate. Okay. And she's right there. So he's going to go rummage around, find her Oran berry potion.
Oran brew, yeah.
And just like Come on,
much appreciated.
Kirly, you felt yourself like kind of in and out of consciousness for a couple of seconds until you hear the loudest sigh next to you, followed by the feel of the pastiest fucking potion you've ever tasted, being like down your throat.
Stop choking, but glad to be here.
Swallow it. Come on.
Me too.
Sorry.
You know what, Laura? I too am choking but happy to be here. You're right.
Come on, don't die.
As Kirly, you're back up.
Yeah.
I'm never expecting the emergence of another fucking...
The emergence of echoes.
Never
Echoes of emergence. More like post-it notes of emergence. They keep emerging.
Yeah, well... Sorry, I just have to screenshot the smiley face as well. Yeah, Kirly's back. Kirly, you're back on your feet with the most aftertaste of all time, resting on the in your mouth. But you're back up, courtesy of Icarus.
Yay!
Icarus is probably now at N12, just so he could have done that.
Yeah, can do. And I'm just gonna move him over there.
Thank you. Kirly's very appreciative.
Mm-hmm. And what does he has melee shit? Do I want him to do melee shit?
You've used your action, your bonus action.
No, I know. I'm talking about next round.
Oh, okay. So are you done for now?
If I want to move him closer. No, I think I'm done.
Great, sounds good. So that's gonna be Lowen. Gwen, you're on deck.
Alright.
I cannot fucking see.
Well, I'm poisoned and cannot fucking see. Regardless of which one he cures, he's going to take out his brew. He knows where he put it, made sure to keep okay, it's in this loop and chug it. Does that only removes one?
No, it removes all of the poison and blinded are according to the codex both under the conditions that can be healed. So you are cleansed upon you
I'll
consuming.
take it.
Yeah, as a Lowen, you gobble it down, and you as you feel yourself coming back to proper consciousness.
Still staring down this moth, and I'm like, I'm sorry, it's really nothing personal, and I'm gonna go and swing.
Great, go for it.
Okay, I'm assuming a 27 hit.
Surely.
I'll assume. I'm going to. Fuck it, I'll add a goading.
Yeah.
So, goading attack. Okay, well. That's a 2. The D8 was a 1. I'm making that an 8.
Technician.
Thank you, Technician. So 15 bludgeoning.
Yeah, that's good. Lowen is fuming.
Yes, disadvantage.
Nice.
That's my turn.
Great.
I'm gonna look back at Aldo and it's kind of. Is Aldo at all looking back?
A little.
Like Lowen's just gonna make eye contact and be like, blood and just so hurt, like.
Ooh. Is it my turn yet?
No, it's not.
just.
Aldo just goes.
I turn it. I go. And I turn back.
Crazy.
I feel crazy.
That's your turn, Lo?
Yeah.
All right, Gwyn, that's you. Draven, you're on deck.
All right. I think Gwyn kind of hesitates for a moment, like sees Aldo running off and is like, all right, well, maybe I should join him. Sees all of this shit happening over here and is like, I'm dealing with that. So I'm going to use my movement to get closer to the moth.
Okay, lovely.
Yes.
Give me a coordinate.
Just give me like, let's do M13.
Yeah, that's like a good enough angle for you to like aim upward, I imagine.
Yes, cause yeah, I'm gonna guiding bolt this thing's ass.
Great.
Second, first level spell slot. Alright, let me just note that I've expended 2. Or actually, how is everyone looking? Should I focus on healing people or should I just fucking shoot this bug?
I'm good.
Yeah, Kirly, Lowen, and Draven are all bloodied, I believe.
Alright.
I'm good. I'm above half.
I was gonna say,
You're above
team
half?
consensus.
Okay.
Do I heal people or do I shoot that bug?
What does Guinevere feel in her heart?
I mean, yeah.
Here's my question.
Oh my
Tommy,
god.
The faster
Oh my god, make a decision.
Alright, no, I just wanted to ask
The
how was the
faster
bug
we
looking?
get rid of this, the faster
Yeah, that's my
the
thought
less time
process.
it'll have to attack us.
How is the bug looking?
The bug, you guys didn't really damage the bug at all until until you dispatched the first one. So it is you could choose to either beat this one down until you can no longer, or you can try and collectively make a break for it. Either option is available at this point.
It is goaded. It's goaded with a it's goaded towards me.
Goaded.
It's still goaded towards me. And if it tries to hit anything else, it's going to be disadvantage.
Good to know. In that case, Lowen, I believe in you. I'm gonna make it easier for Draven to hit this thing. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Great.
Let me get up my Guiding Bolt. Sure, get it right there. That's gonna be, I believe, an 18 ahead.
That'll hit.
Yes, 18. All right. 4d6. 13 radiant damage, and the next attack against it will be at advantage.
That's going to be devastating. Yeah, that's really, really solid damage. Nice. As
I like to think that Gwyn power slides in.
You power slide in, skid to a halt, fire this beam of light once more. That hits the Venomoth, searing it once more. So that's going to be your turn, Gwyn?
Yes. Yeah, that's my turn.
Draven, you're up. Aldo's on deck.
Okay. bonus action, drink the lumber, get the blindness out of here. No. It's sort of like on the side of the satchel. He just like takes the neck of the bottle between two claws, just
Yeah, got it. So to be clear, Kylie, you've used both of your brews.
Yep.
Kirly's Oran brew has been used, and then raise your hand if you still have a lum brew left. Kirly, I think you do. Okay, good to know. Cool. Aldo and Icarus both have both brews in tow still. So good to know, yeah.
So I'm just gonna attack the thing, obviously, but I think before Draven does, he's just gonna look, now that he's not blinded, he's gonna look at Lowen and go, Lowen, the moth used our friend like a chew toy. I think it's a little bit personal. And he's gonna wail on it.
I like to think that when Draven's raging, he's got like this sort of like deep like echo to his voice, as propelled by like the deep scariness of the Force Ghost. So
yeah,
it's sassy but like a little spooky coming out of your mouth right now, Draven.
Just like a slight reverb of just like, no.
Oh god. Yeah, so go for those attacks, and the first one has advantage.
Good thing there was advantage on that, because that wouldn't have hit otherwise. That's a 23 to hit on the first one, and then the second one should be... Oh, hold on. 4 dice. That's gonna be a 25, I think?
Yeah, those both hit.
Yeah, okay, so... Where's my character sheet? Because I don't know what my bonus is. Here we go. I have to like pull up a fucking calculator every time I do damage. Uh, 14 slashing damage.
Total?
Mm-hmm. I did not roll well on those d12s.
Fair, yeah.
It was like a 3 and a 1.
Ooh, yeah, that's tough. Okay. 14. Great. Yeah, you feel again that you're taking advantage of these weak spots that Gwyn is happily providing. This other Venomoth is now officially, for all intents and purposes, bloodied. Slay. All right. Aldo, you're up, but you have a decision to make, I think. Kirly, you're on deck, by the way.
I don't have that many spells with that much range. Is the really unfortunate thing.
You're gonna have to make either a combat choice or a character choice here.
How bloody is the venom not looking, we said?
It just is starting to be, but it is bloodied.
What's the range of the spell? 1 second. Oh, okay. And if I use my 25 feet of movement to go literally straight back to the opposite direction I came in, how would I be within 60 feet of him?
Within 60?
Yeah.
10, 20, 30, 40. You're within 60 feet of him now, looking at it.
Oh, great. That's great. I would love a wisdom save from this guy as I cast Insinuation.
No, it's coming back to me. No.
How does it feel, Tommy? How
well,
does
let's
it
see
feel?
how the roll goes first. I think I know what Aiden's gonna do if I pass. We'll see.
You? I don't think I know.
Wait,
right.
what spell is this?
Insinuation.
Would someone like to tell Kylie what an insinuation does? Because
I'm actually not familiar with this either.
Trust me, Charles is.
Let me pull up Insinuation.
I do know. I know exactly what this is. Never mind.
I'm getting fucking Lori gated. This
We're
sucks.
So,
Wow.
Insinuation. Let's see. You unleash a torrent of conflicting desires in the mind of one creature you see within range, impairing its ability to make decisions. This target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be incapacitated. At the end of each of its turns, it takes 1d12 psychic damage and then cannot make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. If they have,
Yeah,
if they fail,
so
it is effectively a
I'm
stun
getting
lock.
I'm getting my own Lori gate if this fails.
Bro,
Am I getting
Aldo's-
Ocean's 11 on my own
On
fucking,
fucking
show?
show? This happens every combat.
Dude, Aldo's about to do a fucking command grab on this ball.
What is your spell save DC?
16.
Got a 17. 13 on the die.
Still be barbs.
And that's what I was talking. That's what I was talking about.
60-foot range.
Mm-hmm. Who are you giving that advantage to?
Lowen, just because he gave me that sad look. I feel bad.
Aldo's white guilt compels him to give the advantage to Lowen.
What?
It's so funny.
Crazy.
We did it, Chad! We did it!
Son of a bitch!
We did it, Joe.
Okay. So,
Okay, if it's incapacitated, we can just get the fuck out of here.
what happens when you cast the spell, Aldo? Visually.
So Aldo recedes into his shell, and coming out of it is 3 phantasmal light that rapidly go right towards Venonat's eyes and makes it so that it keeps seeing random flashes of light in different directions.
I like that. I like that a lot. You guys all see this like fireworks display that Aldo has thrown together, essentially, and the Venomoth, even in the throes of battle, entranced, light, flies directly towards it, towards you, Aldo, but does not actually do anything else. Only lands on the ground and begins staring at your shell.
Wait.
Since it happened.
No, Dave is incapacitated.
Incapacitated?
He can't move.
Right. Sorry. Well, still, okay.
Jump scare!
My bad.
It
I was trying
thinks
to-
that
babe,
it's flying over the light.
Babe,
Just
it
like
was going to be the same effect. It was just for the visual.
But it wasn't blocking the exit.
I like to think
Ah,
that
yes,
it thinks that it flew over.
blocking all of the exit over here.
No.
No, it's fine.
I choose to believe that it thinks that it went over and looked at the light, and in actuality, it is just like laying on the like forest floor, like zooted out of its mind.
You just gave this Venomoth fentanyl, and now the combat's over.
I mean, it makes the save at the end of each of its turns.
Yeah.
Aldo, did you
We're
just
not
give this
quite out of the
Venomoth
in all honesty, we are not out of the woods quite yet, but for the time being, things
And
are
with the rest of my movement, I leave.
great. So Aldo is gone.
I go, don't say I didn't do anything for you. And I disappear.
Oh, well, there goes Aldo.
Great.
Lowen
Okay.
just sees like
You
the
did
magic
do something
effect
for
and like
us.
it's gonna turn like already gone.
So, Aldo, you have incapacitated the Venomoth until the start of its next turn, which isn't until at least Kirly can move. So, with that out of the way, that is the end of your turn. You are out of combat. Kirly, we are up to you.
Okay. How many hit points do I have now?
10 flat.
Okay.
So, I'm going to establish right now, this is a period in which you can, like, the threat has been established. You do not need to keep attacking, given the opening that Aldo has opened up. Obviously, it's your decision, but
Okay. So I don't have to. I'm confused now.
You can
About
take
what?
you can take a leaf and leave.
Yeah. I think seeing that the moth is incapacitated, just be like, alright, everybody grab a leaf, let's get the hell out of here! Because we're all getting...
Yeah, I don't want to desert
Fuck
anyone, but that sounds like a
We'll all
great.
follow you.
Yeah,
I
we'll be
will
right
take
behind you.
I will take a leave and head out.
great. Grabbing a leaf is going to be an object interaction, so that's free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want to use a dash action to get out of here, then you can by all means do so.
Sure.
Great. You pluck a leaf off of the tree and then leap down from the branch and immediately start making a break towards you.
I was a
Kirly
chew
is-
toy. I'm tired.
Hate when that happens. Kirly, you are gone. You are free from this combat. So,
Thanks.
4 people remain on the field, and it is now the Venomoth's turn. So, I'm going to make this Box of Doom, actually. Because if the Venomoth wakes up, then you all have to continue the combat down 2 people.
Oh.
Does it take the
It takes 1d12
damage
damage
before?
it rolls.
Yes. Thank you for
At the
reminding me.
end.
Before.
I roll it.
Yes. It takes 1. Yeah.
It's my roll.
I keep going to like roll damage. I'm monkey brain right now.
I rolled 1.
What?
Singular
One.
branches falls.
I am DMing through a splitting headache. I'm so sorry for the incoherence over the last hour. Okay, so I'm gonna make this save. This is so the Venomoth has to roll a 12 or higher in order to make it. So odds are against it. I'm just gonna. So when the dice lands, I'm going to turn it around and then show you guys the roll that I get. I'm gonna use a clearer die, but. Yeah. Can you all see like the numbers on this like pretty clearly?
Yeah.
My dimension 20 dice. All right. 12 or higher. Let's see.
Yeah.
That is a 4.
Yay!
All right. So the Venomoth remains incapacitated. It cannot do shit. I might have to adjust some of my rules for insinuation the way Charles has after this combat. But nonetheless. Charles ruled that it was a 2nd level spell instead of a 1st level spell because I broke multiple combats in tower with this exact same spell. We might do.
We
the same
literally
thing.
could not have boss battles for like 4 sessions.
That's not true, but
Johnny was decimated.
he was, unfortunately. Well, the Venomoth has its turn. It cannot do anything. So we're circling back to Icarus.
I think Icarus is gonna turn to Lowen. Can you get out of here?
Absolutely.
Alright, let's go. And then breaks concentration on the witch bolt.
God forbid.
I am tempted to cast Mind Sliver.
That's helpful.
Just to keep him down and out. I don't know out of game. I mean, I guess not. He took damage and
Taking
fine.
damage wouldn't break the insinuation necessarily.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver. It's an intelligence save.
Yeah. This thing is not.
And this thing is so smart.
Yeah, exactly.
We all know this.
What's your spell save DC, Icarus?
16.
16. Yeah, this only has a +1. Gets a nat 20. Passes.
Ooh!
Wow.
Good for him.
her.
Anyway,
So that's your action. Sorry.
target must succeed. Yeah, because cantrip doesn't fucking do anything. That's fine. He's gonna take a leaf and then make like a tree.
I was gonna make the joke.
Yeah.
Boo!
I've
yeah.
made it 4 times already.
Wait, did Kirly grab a leaf?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
In a somewhat evil DM way, part of me was hoping, like, I hope someone forgets. I hope someone forgets. But alas. All right, Icarus, you are gone. That is going to be Lowen next.
Could I because Lowen's a little confused what all of this has been. Is there, like, he's going to, like, take a leaf, like, start booking it. Is there a moment to kind of, like, stew on, like, were these, like, part of this whole thing? Because they did non-lethal damage, and, like, they weren't, like, actually, like, was this, like, part of the exam?
Are you is that like? Are you asking to make a check on that, or
If it's possible, I don't know if
you
it,
can
if
roll
it
an
takes
insight
like,
check?
an
Yeah.
action. 22.
22. So you don't have enough. Unfortunately, you just don't have enough evidence to say for sure whether or not, you can confidently say that this was indeed part of the trial. But you do remember one thing. You had kind of gotten the sense that these two were like firmly outlanders, right? The fact that like they only were like saying light and like seemed to be a little like, for lack of a better word, feral. But you remember something. One of the Venomoth that's currently down broke character. when it was hit by Gwyn's guiding bolt. Or I believe it was either the guiding bolt or Aldo's burning hands, one of the two. I want to say it was the
guiding
former.
bolt.
Yeah.
I think yeah, guiding bolt.
Yes. You heard it go, oh shit, before it got blinded. These were not unconscious attackers. I think that's the only thing you're able to glean just with what you know currently.
I think that's enough for Lowen. That I think he'll take a leaf, run down the tree, and as he's passing the incapacitated Venomoth, he'll just very just like casually place the Oran Brew down like right in front of it as he runs out.
Lowen, you're gonna break my heart. The Venomoth is like kind of like in and out of consciousness a little bit. Its eyes are like just barely like beating. It like perks its head up and like tilts its head ever so slightly as it sees you do this before it just slumps over, falls unconscious.
Good fight. As I run.
And Lowen is gone. I believe, Charles, you had your hand raised.
Yeah, I was gonna ask out of curiosity, would any of us see Lowen do that?
It was right next to you, Gwyn, so I think you would have seen it, probably.
Alright.
Speaking of which, Gwyn, your move.
Yep. I think quickly go through like, alright, Draven, you're good to just book it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright.
We need to get out of here.
Take a dash. Yeah, do I need to take a dash action to get out, or?
I'm gonna say, like, with one Venomoth, like, down and the other incapacitated, we don't need to play things out. Draven, you grab your leaf, and
I
the
was
two
gonna
of you...
do one thing.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so I saw Lowen put the brew next to the Venomoth, and so I think Gwyn's smart enough to be together. Okay, yeah, maybe these guys weren't so bad. As I'm running, I want to cast Healing Word on the Venomoth.
Which one?
And I'm just gonna go the one I shot, like the one that went oh shit.
So the one that's currently down.
Yes. So as I'm running, I'm just gonna like right before we both hit the exit, I'm just gonna turn and be like, "Sorry for shooting you. Bye."
You fire off What does it look like when Gwyn's casting Healing Word?
I like to think, because I know we've discussed partially that her eyes change color depending on what type of spell she's having. I think her eyes glow this like very like calming blue as you see the armor kind of radiate a little as she apologizes for shooting a Venomoth.
Yeah, that same blue eminence sort of begins to glow around the Venomoth. As you see, the Venomoth is still like unconscious, but you see that at the very least, it's a little more stabilized.
That's good.
Yeah. With that, you get out of here.
Yeah.
Draven.
I got my leaf.
Anything else you want to do?
Also out. Just grab a leaf and go. Just run.
Draven, you grab a leaf, stuff it in your satchel. Make sure you climb down the tree a little more carefully, and
yeah, practically like on all fours running at this point, just like.
And with that, we are out of combat. Well done, everyone. All right, let's take a 9:36. We're gonna be ending at 10:30. If that's cool with y'all.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Aidan.
That's good.
I just have to like get the room ready for the acapella newbies. So like if that could be like an absolute latest, not
Yes.
like an ideal latest. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Baby.
All right, BRB.
Damn, we really locked the fuck in. All right, BRB.
Jumbascara.
Ooh.
Hi there.
Hi there.
I'm
Can't believe I
sorry.
couldn't do Operation Blow Myself the fuck up.
Not this time, I'm afraid.
Yeah, give it time. One day, her main go is to blow up and then act like she don't know nobody.
My main goal is to blow up.
Mhm.
Gwen, when people ask her what her favorite fruit is, my mango.
Congratulations, that was nothing.
No, that was funny.
That's my brand of humor.
Searching for the sea banana. And by the sea banana, I mean the music track that I want.
when I'm looking at fruits, see banana.
Life could be a dream. Shaboom. You know the one. You know the video.
Mm-hmm.
Searching for the sea banana. Ugh. You know, guys, life could be a dream.
Life could be a dream.
Yeah.
Life could be dream. Life could be dream. I love bringing up the one roommate bit I can actually bring up in this fucking call.
But it's
Life could be a dream. Shaboom if I could take.
Anyway, so combat, am I right, gamers?
My main goal is to beat the shit out of him. I'm so
Is
tired.
to fucking cry because we really did just kick the shit out of these moths.
My main goal is.
Oh, one of them didn't go down, which is nice, and the other, we made sure is chilling.
Thank God it wasn't Icarus.
Who went down?
I like how
No.
every time that somebody didn't drop it, you were like, no, in the chat. You were like fucking freaking out.
Every time we got closer, no, no. Me designing an evil character, me playing an evil character.
When you do the evil route and then you stop doing it in the middle of the game because you're like, wait, fuck.
Me when I first tried to do a genocide.
Wait.
Me when I tried
so
to do a
hard.
genocide route in Undertale, and I got so sad at the first death that I immediately stopped playing.
You do the genocide route, and then you get up to Papyrus, and you're like, oh, fuck, I can't do it.
You get tutorial and you're like, wait, fuck.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I like her.
Even the little guys.
Wait, that's my mom.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Specifically, if you kill everybody but Jerry. Anyways.
It is a prerequisite of every session. Desmond, what are you eating?
Chili.
Ooh.
With potatoes.
I fucking love chili so much.
Hey, Lowen, in the Arctic, how are you feeling? Chili.
Oh!
Expression change. Very good. Thank you, Desmond.
Sorry,
Sorry, you're
thing.
gonna have to hear me blow my nose for a second.
How dare you?
We didn't hear it.
All right. It showed up as I got the little green square, so I assumed it was noise. Anyways.
Yeah. So, okay, let's catch our breath for a second. As Explorers of Tomorrow, you are out of your first dungeon combat of the campaign. Not Trevenants are kind of like session, like combat 0, but nonetheless, you guys made it out mostly in one piece. I mean, some of you had to get chew-toyed ever so slightly, but Aldo, we're going to cut to you as you have put on a little bit of distance by the time, Laura, please. Aldo, you've made a fair amount of distance by the time that the rest of the party comes sprinting out of that last room with shiny leaves in tow. All, again, thankfully in one piece.
The pass?
Sorry?
Or are you waiting for me to speak?
I was gonna leave some space, but yeah, all of you guys make it out alive. You are, once you've made enough distance from the room with the Glimmering Oak and you re-up with Aldo, you all take a second to like catch your breath. I give you guys the floor to talk amongst yourselves for just a second.
Kirly, are you alright?
Oh my god.
That was a lot.
I feel damp.
I'm fine.
Happy for you, Aldo.
Good job, everyone. We made it out of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyone else looking forward to a bath after this?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would help with all the dry blood,
That
yes.
is really important for me.
I need to.
You're muted, Tommy. That's crazy.
I'm tired. Sorry. You were saying? I didn't understand what Aidan said. That's I was asking to repeat.
I went, can snails take baths? Or
That's a really. Hey, Charles, guy who knows about animals. Can I defer to you for this one?
Hi. So I'm going to cite a YouTube video I watched. There's this person who's been doing care guides for Pokemon, and the first one they did was Goomy. They actually recommend showering Goomies pretty constantly because Goomy has a physical. The Goomy line has a physical body, but constantly secretes mucus. Over time, stuff is going to get caught in that. And plus, it is canon to the Pokemon lore that Goomy line prefers the rain. It's how they evolved.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Yes.
I learned
You
a lot.
not only would you probably want a bath, that's probably your like favorite state of being is wet.
Get that boy in a tub.
Aldo is a sticky boy.
I would
yearn
like
for
to
moist
cast
air.
prestidigitation on Kirly to like instantly clean her.
Kirly is the punching bag of the group. Not
She
by the group. Just
I'm cleaning her.
no,
Yeah,
just
this
if
is-
somebody were to look at the group and pick someone, it's me.
Curly's giving wet cat energy ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly.
It really
Just
is.
crying. Like,
Yeah.
The group
big
is not
wet
punching
eyes.
me, but everything we encounter in life is.
Jeez.
I don't want to call attention away from session, but I can see Hamlet making biscuits in the background, and I'm
Ham-
crying inside. Oh my god!
Puppy.
Ugh,
Real
hamburger, my baby, I've missed him.
Oh, God. Yeah, so there's a collective discussion of baths amongst the group. Anything that people want to address before y'all kind of like head out?
I think Lowen will take a second to go over to Draven and be like, "It's really impressive back there."
Thanks.
I mean, you did. That was amazing. Like,
I mean, if anything, I think what you guys did is more impressive. Especially,
Oh,
I saw what you and
aw.
Wynn did back there.
come on now. I mean, it's.
Leaving stuff to make sure they were okay is a very noble thing to do. I don't think I would have done it. So,
It's just a little thing. We don't have to make a big deal out of it. I'm just like, I'm really happy that you, really went all out. It was something I
Yeah, I
really
was
want to
gonna
see, and now I'm really interested in doing a sparring session with you.
Yeah, Draven, I was gonna ask, what was that? We
long
don't have to
story.
answer
Loaded
All right,
question,
over dinner,
AI.
got it.
Keep your secret.
Question for later. All right. Well, did everyone get their flower or their
Leaf.
leaf? Yeah, leaf.
Leave. Yep.
All right. Okay, we all got it. All right. I say we just head back at this point.
Oh yeah. Cool.
I think we're all tired. Let's just hope that, like, I swear, if there is a third Venomoth, I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna be honest.
Watching Tommy very closely.
I mean, I'm.
Bombastic side eye.
What did Aldo say?
It's fine. I think the movement passed.
Great. Well,
Joke wouldn't land.
fair enough. Yeah, as this is said, you do hear from the other room, you do hear a very distant light.
Okay, can we please leave?
Yeah, we're going.
now.
Pick up the pace here.
Aldo, do you think you can get us out of here without running into a tree this time, please?
A tree.
I was thrown. I mean,
By you.
a little bit,
I have a
but,
really
No,
silly.
no, no. No, before that, when you like almost ran into the tree and I had to pull you back by the neck.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
I have a
embarrassing.
very,
I do have a map that Aldo did keep, so I feel like I would know the direction to go.
I have a
Wait.
very silly request.
Mhm.
Can the moment we hear the Venomoth and like we on instinct, we're like, all right, let's get moving. Can I on instinct pick up Lowen and just start running?
Oh, you really don't have to do. You really don't have to do that.
You really pick him up by the scruff of his neck and he immediately goes,
I'm sorry. I am actually. I feel like that I'm actually faster than you. No offense.
Oh no,
but it's okay.
no, take it. Look, I'm used to having to grab my siblings and book it. All right, hold on, let me just.
Okay.
Lowen is the
Like hesitating over the bed. I was like, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
All right.
anyway, we had to cross an acid river. I would prefer to not do that again. Did you
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 have
guys
to
crossed
cross
an acid river?
Oh,
We
it
crossed
was,
massive streams. They weren't that bad, and I was able to freeze them. So
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
I think
We met a
Arway.
Breloom.
I think Arway was more or less absolutely safer.
Yes.
Say that again? I think objectively, like the pertinent threat of a river versus a couple of like interspersed streams, there is a difference.
Yeah, no. We
Do
got
you
the
mind if we
things
follow
about.
you then?
Yeah.
This way.
All right.
Appreciated.
Love. Can I get a collective survival check from everyone? Aldo, as the one leading the way, you get advantage.
Got it.
Put your the number that you rolled on in chat.
Ooh, brutal.
That's 12. Oh no.
This is
I had a great time.
If we all collectively fail, that's gonna be so.
which
Curly.
Thank you, Kirly.
Curly, let's go,
Kirly
Curly.
coming in
Come on,
clutch.
Kirly.
So I have to
Hold on,
succeed. Everyone
I'm
else
being
has to
stupid.
fail.
I'm being stupid. Which check is this?
Survival.
Oh,
Survival.
sweet. I'm good. Okay.
And the DC
Hell
is
yeah.
10, right? The DC is 10, right?
Great. So the DC was 10 going back. I will say, Sonny, you dodged a bullet because if anyone rolled a 5 or lower, their leaf would have disintegrated.
Oh no.
I rolled a 5. I have a +1.
Yeah.
I have a +3, so
I was plus 3.
Yeah, so
I also rolled a 5.
here's what happens. You guys are tired. A lot just went down. Some of you are still nursing injuries. A lot of you are low, if not completely out of spell slots or key points or meta magic, however you want to just sweep across the room, skipping over Draven, sorry. As far as your class resources go, how much do you guys have left, starting with Lowen's key points?
0 key points. I have 3 combat superiority die. I don't have an action surge, and Lowen's just going to use his second wind now.
Fair enough, yeah. Kirly, how many spell slots do you have left? If you don't know, it's fine. It's not really important.
I
I'm just
don't know. I
curious.
keep track of what I use, and then when I hit the limit, I know what I've done. I don't know.
Fair. Aldo.
I'm full hit points, so, and I don't have any more second level spells, but I still have two more first level spells.
Great. Icarus.
I have half my meta magic and 7 spell slots left. I'm fine. I can go
Damn.
again.
Again! And Gwen.
Which bolt goes crazy?
I'm chilling. My health is like, my health's fine, and I have a decent amount of spell slots left still.
Love.
And I hit things really hard.
That's
Hooray!
true. Yay.
And that's why you're a valuable member of this team.
Yeah, so y'all are able to like use some of your remaining resources to get through fine. It's not like a breakneck speed here, but Aldo is able to lead a little bit, but like he hasn't quite committed the map to memory, so it's ever so slightly a little rough. But with Kirly, Lowen, and Gwyn able to keep things on track a little better. Kirly, I think your wits are a little more about you now that you've like kind of snapped from attention after being almost knocked cold. Maybe your instincts are like you're trying to stay a little more aware as a result. And Gwen, girl is locked in. You are able to navigate just fine, as it takes about an hour and a half to retrace your steps, knowing that there are no places for you to get lost, knowing the path that you need to get back to. There are a couple of hiccups here and there, but for the most part, it is a pretty smooth ride back, all things considered. I'm going to ask for you guys to talk amongst yourselves for just a moment. I'm going to change the ambiance over.
Dead silence.
Dead silence. We're fucking tired.
Yeah.
I'm aware, doesn't mean I wanna
Donkey
talk
Kong
about
Country
it.
cartoon Minecart GIF, you know the one.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm
Lowen.
talking about.
Oh, great heavens! No, I know what you're talking about.
Lowen, sorry for picking you up on instinct.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing like it's nothing. Don't worry about it, please.
All right.
No,
I know,
actually, it was kind of fucked up.
Oh, I don't think so.
Wait, hold on, I need to roll something. Okay, that's a 7. Gwen starts crying.
Ah!
I don't think it's audible, but you see the tears starting to form.
Frank, you can't take the heat. I don't say that in character.
Oh my God, Sonny, you're playing the evil one. Commit.
Commit, girl.
Commit.
No, not
We
for
are
that
brother,
one.
come on.
we are holding space for you to be a bad person.
No, you don't
Evil doesn't
understand. They
mean-
have to like me.
Evil
If-
doesn't
if-
mean completely terrible. What is happening to my hair? Oh God.
I think if Gwen actually starts crying, I think Draven's just gonna like put a hand on her shoulder and be like, I had to pick him up when he was drunk off his ass. Don't worry about it. It can help I don't think he's gonna mind too much.
All right.
Lowen's like,
Don't take it too personally.
If it helps.
I just hop on to like climb up Gwen and just like
I don't mind.
You're right. This does help. Also, your fur is shockingly soft.
Oh.
Now I have the
It's
urge
like
for
that.
petting.
Okay.
Oh.
Aldo, don't make it weird.
Aldo
Dude,
just
don't make
like
it a weird way.
He's just a little guy.
Lowen really is just like the Tony Chopper of this party. He is the mascot.
Yes.
I mean an honor. What an honor.
You are the parrot. You are the one on everyone's shoulders.
Literally.
Proverbially, in Icarus's case, I guess. But
He has no shoulders.
that's why he said proverbially.
He has no shoulders.
Can't make
How can
myself
he wear
any
shirts?
clearer.
No, I'm sorry. It was just really funny.
Everyone's going a little insane at this point in them. Everyone's a little delirious at this point in the
Guinevere is like on the verge of tears.
Yeah. Just one last thing as you guys are making your way through the mystery dungeon. A general perception check for everyone.
Well, then I'm writing in my notes that
Uh,
Icarus made Gwen cry.
Again, put it in the chat. Aidan, you did DM it to me, by the way, last time. So if you want to make sure that gets to everyone. All good. It's good. That's not.
7.
Too busy crying. Yay!
My eyes are filled with tears. I can't perceive shit. It turns into steam. It blocks my vision.
Yeah. Okay. So I think Draven will be the only one to like. Okay.
I love being ever vigilant and paranoid. Hooray!
Great.
Looks at you.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. Everyone else is kind of like varying levels of either focused on the road ahead, deeply out of it, or delirious beyond recognition. Although you walk into another tree.
Crazy.
my only damage of this session is me hitting a tree. Is he walking through a tree?
Yeah, this one bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Is that the noise that the shell makes when you run into it? I just heard like the table to make the metal rattle noise.
Wild.
Right.
Um,
Devastating.
yeah, Draven, you kind of pick up on two things, one much more subtle than the other. Number one, you don't run into Finian on your way back. You
Mhm.
kind of presume that he's sort of done his thing in the area that you were in before. Like when you do cross through, you do notice that the entire area has been gleaned of like the mushrooms and a lot of the plants and flowers that have been growing around. He has done a thorough
Mhm.
like pickup of several areas, honestly. He has been at work. His foraging has proven very effective, but you don't run into him again. Given that it's starting to like hit early evening or so, the point where reaching the mystery dungeon would probably be a little more dangerous. Probably good to get out of there. The other thing you notice is something that you didn't pick up on while you were on your way in, however. You are kind of trailing, like, do you think you're, where in like the marching order do you think Draven would be?
Blank.
Fair, yeah.
Back.
At the very back, you're kind of trudging through the mystery dungeon, kind of ignoring the sudden pounding in your head that has manifested ever since you've come out of your rage, keeping yourself centered, keeping yourself focused on the road ahead. When you feel beneath your foot a ting, you stop, you feel something on the ground beneath you. You look down and look down at the grass, try and get a good look at it through your dark vision. You're able to see it is a Dungeoneer's badge, very similar to the one that you had.
Pick it up.
Hmm.
Are there any more? Is it just the one?
You just see the one.
Guys, I don't think someone made it out.
Uh-oh.
What?
There's a badge
Ooh.
on the
D-
ground.
Um,
Um,
does it have any like names on it? Does it have
They,
any-
I mean, they're all the same. They just gave them out. I feel like they wouldn't have monogrammed them or anything.
They didn't, no.
do we go back?
Is there
One
any
sec.
like signs of somebody being here? Any like footprints, anything that would indicate like a scuffle or anything? Like a reason why they would drop it, I guess is what I'm saying.
Anyone who would like to make the survival check to scan the area, I'll say you're about 15 minutes out from the entrance. So you're closer to the entrance than even the middle of the mystery dungeon, much less the exit.
Yeah, this is not what identify does. What check you say it was?
Survival, I think.
Here, I just
Mhm.
rolled. I'm gonna put what I rolled in
Raise
the
your
chat.
hand if you beat a 15.
Survival.
No.
Work.
1 second.
Okay, well, everyone else did. Um, Great. So, Draven, you're kind of focusing more on the badge itself, trying to think like what could have happened. What did the guys, those of you who did pass, what did you guys roll?
I got a 25.
Oh, wow.
21.
Dirty 20.
19.
Great. So, I think the four of you discerned that there are several sets of footprints, not super recent, but like maybe like a few hours old, in the tracks. Um, I think two sets of footprints, thinking about it. You're able to discern that like one of the like kind of more no, I'm not going to look up Pokemon footprints. That's gonna read horribly on my fucking search history. Um,
Incognito.
It's in there.
oh,
What you have to
If
do
you
for
if
us.
you look them up on Bulbapedia, it should show up
Yeah.
in
no,
like
I
their
know
little
that's what I'm talking
square
about,
thing.
but still, that's not gonna look good for me.
No, it's
Um,
just on their Pokédex entries, but
Like your FB, like the FBI agent is gonna go, oh,
They have
Google,
a lot
Google,
more to
show me this
worry
guy.
about right now
Google, show
than
me this guy's
somebody's
toes.
Pokemon foot fetish.
yeah, truly.
Show this guy's Pokemon for finish.
Fucking shit. Okay, yeah. So one of the feet, like one of the like I feel weird like talking about feet. One of the footprints
Just
are
say
kind
it.
of like they're both a little more like oval shaped. One of them seems to have like two like toe claws prodding out, while the other is A little more like almost canine printy. On a 24 and on a 21 and a 25, Kirly and Gwyn, Batista and Nico.
Shit.
Oh God.
You know
I have
they
a
were with
question.
Flicker, who is very rarely grounded.
God damn it. I have to go back for that bitch.
I have a question.
You know,
Flicker.
Would either Nico or Batista would they do they have any like specific article of clothing that Gwen might know about?
they both do.
Okay.
Nico has a scarf, and Batista has his asket.
All right, awesome. Thank you for telling me that. I'm burning a second level spell slot. I'm casting locate object to figure out where this thing is.
Work.
If it's on them,
Oh,
I can
Very
track them.
good. Very good.
Work.
okay. So how does this like does the casting of the spell work?
So let me check. It's concentration. Um, yeah, range of self, target self, one action. Um, describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement.
It's 1,000 feet. You're very close to the entrance. I'm going to reiterate that
Right.
now.
Okay. I guess my question is, would they be within 1,000 feet of us?
I
Concentration. So,
Yeah,
like
10
if we
minutes.
walked around,
Oh, yeah,
she
yeah,
would
yeah,
know.
then for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're within like 0.2 miles of us.
Great. So 1,000 feet, it takes about like 10 minutes to walk that, more or less. So you don't sense anything within your immediate vicinity right now.
Okay.
Okay. Did you tell us that you put up that spell? Like, do we know that you're trying to track them?
Yes, I relay to the party that I am currently trying to track them with magic. But I
Okay, so
can't
I
get
think
over
some level of, I guess, crisis training kicks in, team training. And I think Draven is just like, okay, we have them tracked. We know whose this is. I say what we do is we're very close to the entrance. We're all very low on resources, and we just came out of a fight. We need to start walking back to the guild, potentially go to the entrance, see if anyone's there, start walking back to the guild. If you get a ping on them while we're walking back, then everything's fine. If you don't, we walk faster, we get people who are experienced and know more things about the dungeon and get them to go find them and use
Understood.
this to track them.
Get
That would
Master
probably
Lennox
be the
ready.
best course of action
In that crew.
because we cannot handle that,
Yeah. I
especially at
also-
our capacity now. So
Right. Also, I will say, when Gwen casts locate object, hey gang, new eye color just dropped. You guys see that like her eyes are now this like very like piercing yellow. And I think anyone who looks at Gwen's face, she might be looking at your direction. Her eyes look like they are darting in like every direction, trying to track where this is going.
Hmm.
yeah,
Trying
we
to
both
get a
got the
ping.
glowy yellow eyes in the door.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The mind move erratically and are kind of terrifying to look at.
Ah.
So you wanted to start tracking Nico's scarf, was it?
Yeah, either Nico or Batiste through
Right.
their clothing.
We could just say Nico in that case.
Nico, works for me.
Because I think that scarf would, yeah. So you guys continue, you speed up the pace, you start making a bit of a faster march towards where you believe the entrance to be.
Mhm.
And your worries are assuaged after a few minutes, as you do sense, ding, Gwyn, you sense that sort of mark of direction pointing towards the entrance of the forest itself after a certain point, after about 10 minutes or so.
Oh, if you
Alright.
use the teleport, does it drop the item?
It doesn't drop the badge.
Oh, okay.
All right, good news. Got a ping. They're near the entrance.
Okay, great.
Huh.
Good thing we didn't lose anyone.
Yeah. I guess I must have just dropped it.
All right,
Glad we got it for them.
let's haul ass.
Mhm. All right, let's roll.
Yeah, the rest of you make a brisk march through the rest of the mystery dungeon through that surface layer until you finally make it out. into that sort of clearing where the four paths kind of diverged when you first entered earlier today. Within a minute or so, you are peeling out of the forest, the six of you, all with your leaves still intact in tow. And you see a couple things right off the bat. You are able to clock that there are 5 Pokemon in the vicinity currently. Lennox is here with Glenn and Carla. And you see that Glenn and Lennox are both. There's a couple of logs that were sort of like toppled over near the edge of the forest that was like used as sort of seating earlier today. They're all. Glenn is sitting, Lennox is kneeling near. You see Nico is sitting on the log, hunched over. You can give me an insight check, all of you guys.
You got it.
Oh, girl.
Oh man.
Did we drop it in the chat?
Raise your hand if you get a 14 or higher. Great. Kirly, Draven, Gwen. You and Aldo, lovely. You all immediately sense that something happened. Nico is shaking. Their arms are wrapped around their body, shoulders quivering. And anyone who got did anyone meet or beat a 20?
I got so close, but no.
So you can't hear what
No.
they're saying. Their head is buried in their arms. But you see Batista and Lennox are on, Batista and Glenn are on either side of them on the log, and Lennox is sort of kneeling kind of at their side, muttering something that you can't really make out in the darkness. Carla is pacing back and forth anxiously as she is the first to notice that you all are emerging from the mystery dungeon as she blinks twice, turns over her head. Guildmaster! Lennox picks her head up and sees all of you. You see she mutters something quietly to Nico, pats them on the knee, stands up. Well, some of you are looking like you're doubling up. You all make it out in one piece then.
Yeah.
More or less.
Leaves? Let's see him.
Also, I think Draven takes the Dungeoneer badge, sort of like coin flips it, and is like, also somebody drop this, and sort of passes it to her.
She catches it. Good eye, Draven. Thank you. Nico, good news. As she hands it off to Carla, who like kind of hobbles over to return it to Nico, who just kind of like holds out his paw, very despondent looking, doesn't say anything, doesn't really seem to have been moved at all from their state. Lennox returns to all of you. Well done. Well done, all of you. That is a 100% success rate between both groups. That's impressive. All right, here's what's going to happen. You're welcome to linger if you like. I would, for the sake of everything, I would advise you to head back to the guild. If any of you need medical attention, none of you need anything immediately, do you? You all are standing on your own legs just fine?
Should be good,
Yeah.
more or less.
Fair enough. All right. If any of you need
Nothing a
immediate
couple bandages can't fix.
If any of you need immediate medical attention, the infirmary is in the furthest southern sector of the guild building. If you need to stop by there, Plume and Scary will be able to help you out real quick. Otherwise, people are going to be starting with dinner soon. Meet back in the guild hall and wait there until everyone gets back. We'll be joining you in just a sec. All right?
Is there anything we can do to help?
Lennox glances over her shoulder. We should give the kid some space.
Right.
All right. Go get something to eat. Good job, all of you. Really well done. And I expect to hear all the details later. Yeah?
Yep.
Understood.
All right. Go. Off with you.
All right.
As she what is it? She pats Gwen on the shoulder, kind of the closest person to her height, and walks back over to return to talking to Nico. Carla just looks up at all of you, gives you sort of a terse nod, and turns back towards her cohorts in the guild.
All right. No, I guess we're off to the guild hall.
Starving.
Let's get food.
Kirly, what's up?
Where's Flicker?
Oh,
I just
where's
thought of that.
Batiste?
Batista's here.
Oh, Batista's
He's
here. Oh,
Flicker is gone.
Yeah,
Flicker's
I clocked
murder
that she
is
wasn't here, but I didn't want to ask anything because I knew they
I didn't want to interrupt the moment.
I only heard that Nico was there. I missed the
The
Batiste.
love of my life. Where is she?
So, do you ask Flicker? Or do you ask about Flicker?
Yes. I may not like her, but suddenly I care about her quite a bit.
Who do you you sort of ask aloud and Carla turns back to you. Flicker is all right. She returned with the other two. She made her way back to the guild separately.
Oh, good.
I think Carla's the I'm junior, right?
Mhm.
Did we win?
How loudly do you say that, Aldo?
That.
Oh my god!
Are we right next to Nico?
If Aldo asked that, I think Gwen starts walking away faster.
I think right before
I don't know.
Aldo goes to say that, I think
changed
right
it.
before Aldo goes to say that, I think Draven is fully gonna clamp a hand over his mouth and be like, "Did the other group get out okay, or are they still in there?" The 4 group.
I believe
It's
the group
so
is
sticky. Your hand is so sticky now. I hope you know that.
Aldo, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage because of rough skin, and
Armor of Agate is 10 damage. No.
get moisturized, idiot.
Our first PvP.
Carla, her hands clasped together tightly. I believe the group of 4 should be making their way out of the mystery dungeon at this point. You, technically speaking, the other group of 3 made it out before you, but you are the first group to emerge with the leaves in tow. You are the first groups to have reached the end of the mystery dungeon. And as she's saying that, Lennox goes, Carla! Coming, Guildmaster. I will see you later. And she turns away before she can say anything else.
All right, well, let's go grab dinner. And I think he's just gonna turn around and walk
Great.
back to the guild.
Talk amongst yourselves for just a second as we get into. I have to change the music one last time to get into last scene.
Crazy, right, guys?
Yeah.
The worst thing is I found out I care about Flicker.
I just want to get just the biggest plate of pasta, shove it down my gullet, and take a nap and go to bed and stop thinking for like 3 hours. Oh my god!
I wonder what could have happened there. It didn't sound like maybe did they like have to quit midway? Is that why they're all kind of?
I think we should.
Flicker probably didn't take that well.
That's what I assumed.
That's probably.
I think letting them process and explain in their own terms on their own time is probably the best thing we could do.
Yeah, I think we should just give them a little space.
Sometimes shit just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Gwen, Draven, Kirly, Aldo, Icarus, Lowen. You're able to make the trek back to the guild, no problem. It's your bodies are tired, aching from exertion, but you're able to reach the top of the stairs. Got a fucking ad, I swear to God. As you step through the doors, and there is a decent-ish hubbub. I'm trying to find fireplace ambiance, and like all of them have extra music, and it's like I just want fire.
Look up a Yule log.
Yeah.
But then we
You all make it back to someday. You. That was nothing. Why are we laughing? You make it back to the guild, and dinner is already in full swing. Again, not as bustling as it was the first day when things were being celebrated, but even then, you hear a bit of a swell of commotion as you guys walk through the door, as all of the members there, their eyes are all on you as adventurers, apprentices who just returned from their first mission. There are a couple of people who like politely clapping as you guys walk back, a few like patting all on the shoulders and whatnot. sort of murmuring congratulations and the like. Does anyone go? Does anyone linger for dinner, or are who is going to linger for at the very least dinner?
As opposed to
As opposed to
Just
Yeah, I was about
going
to
to
say
bed.
Yeah.
yeah, as in like infirmary, going to bed, etc.
we just went on like a fucking 6-hour trek. Of course we're gonna grab food.
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
gonna I'm not gonna force you to grab food if you don't wanna, but like
Fucking
That's fair.
hungry.
hungry. Yeah, Sinclair as
Yes.
Sinclair is once again manning everything. You see, he looks up at you, Draven, as you approach. So, how was it out there?
It was rough. We made it through. Somebody got ragdolled a little bit, but it was fine, more or less.
Did that somebody happen to be you?
No, I'm good. And I'm not that light. No, I think he sort of like motions to. Is Kirly at the
You
table
gotta out Kirly like
for
that?
dinner? I think he's just gonna
Still
motion.
slightly damp.
oh, not with the prestidigitation.
God.
Yeah, and he's just gonna motion and be like, she was helping us out, so I'm not gonna. It was appreciated. I mean,
Well,
I was nearly about to pass out, and she saved my ass. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, you got dropped by the big scary bug." Ooh, you know, like.
Hey, I'm well aware. I can feel it in my joints.
fair enough. Well noted. Sinclair piles a bunch of like plates of food for everyone. Piles a little extra and give it to the girl. If she's been through it.
Thanks, man.
Good to see you all made it out in
Just
one
sort of-
piece. Well done.
I think Lowen will take a moment to look over at Aldo and be like, "Hey, you could have just ran back there and you really like clutched it. I don't know if I really got the chance. I didn't really get the chance to say it. Just want to let you know. You did. That was really good. What you did back there.
Welcome. Kind of what I do. I'm a caster, after all.
And you did it really well.
You beat him up really good too.
It's what I do.
You beat
I
me
hit
up.
things. What?
That's really cool. I don't think you can beat me up.
I mean, we could spar. We could try. I'd be down to. Cool.
Lowen's so
You should.
thrown.
I think Draven's on the other side. Just like at this point, we should just make a bracket or something. I mean,
Hey, Aldo's not taking a single hit point of damage in either of the combats. Aldo's crazy.
he's built different.
He's so different.
He has shell.
Anyway,
He got shell.
you guys sit down. It's just the six of you here. You guys enjoy a meal together. I don't want to be presumptuous, but after a long day of being out there exploring and fighting and aching, it's almost a little nice to have that sort of respite with one another. Let's check in with everyone. Let's start with Aldo here. First mission. How are you feeling, dude?
Aldo's living it up. I think Aldo loves completing a task successfully and being like good at what he does, and he was able to do that today.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he had like some navigation issues, but his map was great. He was great in the combat. He was great support. I think he's really proud of himself. And mind you, he's a little like smug about it because I think it does give him a bit of an ego. But yeah, I'm proud.
Love. Icarus. How are you doing?
I think Icarus is replaying every single interaction that he had today, just silently. And that's what he's doing.
Quiet. Kirly. How's my girl doing?
Hurt, but proud and happy to have found a place that she fits in.
Oh. You start drawing a smiley face on the napkin.
I'm keeping these for next time.
Yay! I need like a whole onslaught, like a palette of emotions.
I will get
guys,
to work.
it's all fun and games until we get like silenced at some point, and Kirly can still cast spells by having just this backlog of sticky notes.
Everyone's silenced, no one can do anything. Curly just pulls out a wind wall.
Oh.
Okay, would it be the word wind wall or just like a little dust drawn on a post-it note?
You just start fanning them with the
Bone next
post-it
to
note,
his
and that's the
shillelagh.
wind wall. Just start.
Who knows? Gwen, how are you doing?
Oh, this was a lot.
Yeah.
I think the other day she's glad that everyone went out at, but the most part, like, we're all getting along. Like, I think she kind of feels it's like, yeah, everyone, I could see them all as friends.
They are friends.
You and Icarus who made you cry.
Icarus, you're on. Icarus is an acquaintance.
Icarus is your associate.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're my
okay.
work.
Insane.
That's where
What
you're
Curly-
at.
what-
That's where you're
what
at with
Flicker
the
has with
nicest
Curly,
person in
I
the
have with
party.
Icarus.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh my God. Draven, how are you doing, man?
Oh god, Draven's thinking about a lot of things. I think he's thinking about the fact that, well, Sans, besides Curly for sort of obvious reasons. Yeah, no, I used Sans, the actual expression. Fuck you. Sans Curly, he's sort of like still reeling from the fact that he did the thing and nobody freaked the fuck out, which is nice. But also, I think he's sort of thinking about how he's sort of had that thing drilled into him of like, oh, like, you're fighting an opponent, you just have to fight the opponent until they're down. Not obviously, not a thing of like, oh, like, you have to kill, but sort of like a just get through it, just deal with it, whatever, tunnel vision. And seeing Lowen drop the Oran Brew in front of the downed Venomoth and seeing Gwen heal him on the way out is sort of like, oh, sentiment isn't the worst thing in the world. And he's sort of like, these are people who are capable and can still have the strength to do that. Like, that's impressive, to say the least. He's just sort of thinking about it. And I think, because he feels a little bad about sort of outing Curly earlier, I think he's gonna, like, while they're still eating, he's gonna probably, if he's done with his plate, he's gonna walk up and sort of tap Curly on the shoulder and be like, hey, do you want seconds? I mean, I was gonna go up and get more, but are you good?
I'll come with you.
Yeah, sure. And by the way, I know not to out you for earlier, but thanks for the save. You really didn't have to do that. It was saved my ass out there.
Of course, we're friends now.
Does she say we're friends now?
Yes, we almost died together. We can be friends.
You know what?
That's how it works.
I think he's gonna.
That's how it
I think
works.
he's just gonna. I think he's gonna grab both plates and walk back over to Sinclair and go grab seconds if you want to come with.
Lovely. I think that Sinclair starts a conversation with you, Curly, while you're up there. You know, psychic type, sort of psychic solidarity as you're there. Sinclair starts chatting the two of you up as you are getting your seconds and all that. Meanwhile, Lowen, we're gonna end with you tonight. How are you doing?
Lowen, there's a lot of things that Lowen could be spiraling about from today. He had that awkward encounter with Rufus where he was nosing in on his business. He was not really at the beginning of the mission, like, Icarus called him out and he was like, that was stupid of me. There were a lot of mishaps and little mistakes and little I could have been better. I could have been better. And even a little bit within the fight itself. But I think there's something just a little able to overshadow that.
and it's like being able to fight alongside Draven, like going all out. Like Icarus, though, like a little twinge of like, wait, what was that? With magic, Guinevere and Kirly healing and doing, and like getting in the fray, getting into the thick of it, and like Aldo like really like clenching it down at the end and like staying. There's like this sense of like finding a team that he's never, that I don't think outside of like his like sort of quote unquote immediate family, that he like there is something about like working within that team that even when he faltered, there were people around to like also be there and put in the work, and just happy to have these people that he's like growing closer to.
You guys sit in that moment for about an hour, and not a whole lot happens in that time. You do eventually see that Lennox returns with Glenn and Carla, with Batista, and with Nico, who you see you see that Batista is staying diligently by Nico's side. You do see that he gives you guys a weak smile, sort of and he walks Nico downstairs, presumably to their room. Glenn stops by your table. Nico's going to be all right. It's rough for people this at their first time sometimes. It's not the first time something like this has happened, and I'm sure it won't be the last. It might be a reach, but show them some grace, if you can. And Draven, thank you for retrieving that badge, by the way. They were quite worried. But until then, we are going to be waiting for the other team to return. Until then, you all are welcome to return in for the night to get some rest. I know you've all had quite the affair, I'm sure, out there. Take care of yourselves in the meantime. We will touch base tomorrow morning. Yes?
I mean, yeah, nobody deserves to go through something like that alone. So
Yeah.
I wanted to help how I could. Sort of looks at Glenn a little bit longer than necessary.
Glenn does the exact same thing. Their mouth sort of
like,
thins. Right.
But,
well,
yeah, no
good
problem.
night, all of you, and job well done, genuinely. Taps the table and turns around to head off towards their own quarters.
Good night.
One by one, you guys all head off to rest. Draven, when you get back, the lights are off. Nico is already in bed. You don't know if they're asleep or not. Either way, they're not moving, not making any noise. But I think you all have earned, in your own ways, a comfortable slumber tonight. And with that, we're going to call a session for today. Thank you all so very much for a wonderful conclusion to this first little mystery dungeon outing. Whoa, I have learned a lot over
So
these
many
last...
things happened.
I've learned quite a lot over this last session and a half. Needless to say.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus
I can't wait to get
Christ.
Spirit Shield. I'm so excited.
It's okay. You guys aren't getting a level at this time. It's fine.
Yeah.
I know.
Early.
Yay, we don't need it. Trust me.
God. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you all so much again for a wonderful, wonderful session and for bearing with me as I've been navigating this new system. I'm going to let you guys go. You guys kind of know the deal at this point. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be on to Fireside Chat if people would like. But until then, get some rest. Enjoy your respective a cappella performances or rehearsals or whatever.
Also, Sunny, there's one more thing I want to mention before we go. After the clocking the witch bolt and making Gwen cry, Draven still does not trust your ass. I'm sorry. This bitch could be a tough nut to crack.
We could talk about this more later. Good night, everyone.
We can leave.
Much love.
Bye.
Bye.